two, one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where in the world you're watching this from. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Crown Podcast. My name is AJ, the Gogglehead, steering the ship. I'm joined as always by my co-host Meg, and holy crap, look who's decided to join us for this one.
Oh no. Oh no.
There's clowns everywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no.
Stepping out of his time in Digimon Survive to grace us with his presence in Digimon Ghost Game. We've got Piemon hijacking the show.
Can he leave now? I don't like.
He's got his arms around us. I think, he's happy to be here, and he's well, he's gonna be here for the show.
Oh no, I'm in danger.
So, I like our new Monster of the Week format, to be honest. I mean, the trading cards were one thing, but if we're able to take, sprites and models from different games and work them into the background now, I'm super happy with that. So
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, so welcome everybody. It's a very awkward image, him just looking menacingly down the camera.
This is my podcast.
This is the Piemon podcast. Help! Oh, Wormmon, do something.
Oh dear.
But no, welcome everybody as always. It's Sunday, the 4th of September, and we are here to check out episode 41 of Digimon Ghost Game. We do not have spoilers this week. Well, yeah, it's because usually we have them by now, so we'd go into episodes 42, 43, 44, potentially 45. But it looks like we probably won't get spoilers now until next week, and that'll give us an idea for 43, 44, 45.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we won't have any synopses for 42 unless they come out midweek, and maybe I'll do a mini-sode to sort of talk about them, but
maybe
we can do something. No promises. It really just depends on when the spoilers come out. So we were saying for a few weeks, really since the spoiler synopses and stuff came out last week, not last week, a couple of weeks ago, that this week's episode was it was titled Circus.
Yeah.
And it had to, or Clown even, yeah. So it had to be Piemon. Right? Now we did theorize maybe Felismon comes back, or maybe Vamdemon because we saw the red suit. But then going back and looking at screenshots, his suit was more of a velvety pink kind of red rather than straight up red.
So that was a valid theory.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this was going to be the start of them working together or something. From what I understand, now keep in mind neither myself nor Meg have watched the episode as of yet. That doesn't happen. From my understanding, this episode is very by the numbers.
Okay.
And it's the first appearance of a mega level. So given Ghost Game's track record, I don't mind it because I don't want Lemormon killing off Piemon on his first go.
Yeah. I'm curious how it's gonna go. And they had the smaller levels.
Yeah.
Going against a slightly bigger level. They kind of just went, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
So is he gonna just, I'll see you later when you're stronger?
Yeah, it really just comes down to how villainous he is in the episode and what sort of cathartic nonsense they pull out of their arse to to excuse the ending this week. And you notice my cadence has changed on that. We'll get to that. So yeah, but we don't really have, because we've no spoilers to talk about this week. We've no the new stuff for the card game. We've been, talking about on the Discord, Booster 11, the Digimon World Redigitized pack, basically looks super freaking cool. A lot of the cards seem busted. So I'm looking forward to getting into those at the end of the month.
Which one is Digimon from?
That's BT9, so that's the one we currently have.
Okay.
So Andreas, thanks for joining in.
Hey, Andreas.
Good to see you. So BT9 is the one that's currently out in English. BT10, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the gaming stores here are having trouble getting BT9 in as it is. Never mind cross oh god, I can't even remember what the pack is called. It's cross something anyway, where this is like X record. So
yeah,
because it's all X antibody, but it's like cross impact or some name like that anyway. But no idea on when that's due out. It'll probably be around October-ish, but as I said, our game stores are having trouble even getting Booster 9 and the adventure boxes in. I want those tiny little figures. They're having trouble getting those in, so who knows when. Booster 10 will just show up when it shows up, I guess.
Yeah.
So like we don't like we're really just going to be sort of focused on the episode this week, and of course the banter with the chat and everything else. Like there's no extras this week.
Yeah, just well, you said this episode is by the numbers, and so are we apparently this week.
Yeah, apparently. Well, I mean, we're also being held hostage, so if we rate this episode higher than it deserves, well, there are reasons for that. Ow! You can't see it, but he's stabbing me under the desk. Ow! The X antibody pack is already out. Yeah. I mean, that's X record. We both got packets of it. That's the pack Jellymon's in. You were showing off packs on Discord. The one with Alphamon on the front. That's that pack. It's the Cross Wars pack that isn't out yet. Booster 10. Cross, I don't know, impact. Cross something. Cross code. Could be cross code. Which would be funny naming because the code crown comes from Cross Wars. So we are named for that show. Cross Encounter. There it is. So it's called Cross Encounter. And God knows, like that could it could come out in October. I don't know. Does the wiki? Yeah, October 4th. Yeah. So October 14th, allegedly.
Mommy says next week.
No, not according to the card game wiki. Card game wiki says October 14th. The booster and then Booster 11 in Japan comes out at the end of this month. I've got my box of that pre-ordered through Amazon. But yeah, Cross Encounter is mid-October. But
despite my nitpicks, this episode was still fire.
Well, that's good.
Good to know.
I think this episode is pretty much like the Majiramon episode. The Digimon was willing to leave on his own rule. Otherwise, him and his squad will massacre our protagonists. Oh, fun! It's one of these episodes.
What I just said then.
Yeah, so it's what you just said. Yeah. I feel like, again, not having seen the episode. You remember when Felismon went, I'm a perfect, and the three of you are adult level. There's three of you, though. I'm gonna get out of here. I feel like maybe we see something similar. Like, I'm a mega level, but there's three of you perfects. Now I'm a bounce.
Yeah.
Maybe something to that effect. But I guess we'll just boot up the episode and see. So let's just get into it. No time like the present. And
who did you say he's voiced by?
Oh yeah, so Piemon in this episode is not voiced by the same actor who played him in Survive, who is the son of the actor who played him in Adventure, right? Which I think is really fun. It's like the family tradition of voicing Piemon, right? I think that's actually wholesome in a weird, creepy way, just because of the monster, just because of the
Yeah.
Digimon involved, right? There's something really fun about that father and son, in like son inheriting the role, so to speak. So they didn't bring him in for this, probably because I don't know. I don't get why you wouldn't unless it's a time and availability thing.
Yeah, maybe he was.
He might have just
Maybe he
been,
had something else to do.
yeah, like it's I wouldn't. It's not like a Marvel thing where you're contracted to be this character forever.
Yeah.
You know, um,
So yeah, maybe it was just some kind of timing issue
yeah,
rather than purposely not bringing him in.
yeah, because I think it would. I think that would have been fun because he sounds similar enough to his father, playing him in Adventure, that you would get those oh vibes from him. But in a little bit of fun sort of twist on that, this Piemon is voiced by the professor in Digimon Survive. So that's like, so Survive gets in there somehow.
Yeah.
And
it's like they rang him up and he went, "No, I'm not available." And the other guy went, "I'll do it."
So I like that he's voiced by the professor. Also, Tobu Catmon is voiced by Ryoko Shiraishi, who played Opossumon in Cross Wars, and was she in this show or 2020? Either way, also played Sora in 2020, and is also the voice of Gatchmon in Applemon. So there's a lot of familiar voices if you know what you're looking out for. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So there's a bit of an all-star, no, a kind of a nice little reunion happening within the show. So that's pretty fun. But let's just get into it. So I'm going to count us down. We'll hit the play button, and as ever, you're free to watch along on. We're watching via the Crunchyroll app on the PS5. You can watch it on Crunchyroll, Hulu, or wherever you might get your anime. So, counting down. 3. Maybe this is why we don't get the Bandai sponsorships.
Maybe.
Maybe, the subtle yahars. Maybe they're just like, it's not as subtle as you think.
Watch it legally or not.
Yeah, maybe, maybe this is why Bandai leave us alone.
Maybe. That's not a wooden table.
It's
Here, quick, touch the chair.
It's all the insults, isn't it?
Does Wicker count?
It's all the insults, isn't it? And the your product is awful, but I still love it. It's the well, God, what is that relationship? Where like they treat you badly, but you love them anyway. Stockholm Syndrome. That's the one. Maybe I just have Stockholm Syndrome with Bandai at this stage. I love this franchise, but they... Anyway. Let's try not to turn this into a Bandai fest. So... Hisoka? Oh, God. Can we not? Alright, let's just get into it. Tobu Catmon is kind of weird looking to me. I think he should have been looking a lot more speed racery than how he looks now. Yeah, I guess. I wonder if he was just put into the episode because Top Gun is a thing.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. But we'll see. Anyway, so 3, 2, 1, hit the play button. Toei Cat is spinning around, jumps through the film.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Faction life. Yeah. Not else. The free Katefuto. To be me, cheered Imperial. It's a faction. I'm a monster. Faction, real ideal. Faction, high on a casket. Faction. Wait, why does not? 今おいでます。Through the light, 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 bright, しますますまでおいで。天上偶像真実つさめほどまな No after vanish show up. Look, it's catchy, okay?
Your problem is you pronounce all the U's at the end.
Mm.
You don't have to.
No.
But
sometimes they
your rhythm.
But sometimes they do get pronounced, and then other times they don't, and I'm not proficient enough in the language to I still love that Lamormon gets no time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love it, but
No. So are we going to find out what Espibon's whole deal at the end of last week's episode was about, I wonder?
oh yeah, he just turned
He
around
just turned up and was like, where were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't think we need this intro every week. Yeah. Oh! Yeah, no, that's just straight up Piemon. They didn't even try and hide it.
Is that hair?
Yes. Is that the Millennium Eye on a digital background? Oh, that kid. Oh, the child is dead. Ah. Well.
Oh no. Those real children?
I think so. Whoa. Clown. Yeah. That's Pierre. Okay, that's a cute way of disguising his name. Now he just looks like a JoJo character.
Yeah.
Oh god, his ringleader outfit is just his outfit.
Yeah.
The color scheme is still there.
Sitting on the desk.
She wants to go on a date with Darling. That's aww. Oh, that was it.
Oh.
They just wrote him out like that.
But didn't he accept that he was a hero at the end of the last episode?
I
No?
don't know. Do you think the QR code works? Like, if they actually show...
You can go back and do it later.
Yeah.
You're gonna disappear into her phone.
What? Did it just kill her phone? Jump scares! Yeah, no Jellymon, no Espimon. And the Jellymon, writing Jellymon out makes sense. Oh god, it's Flame Wizardmon.
The Catmon it's really cute.
I know. Right, maybe Shiraishi didn't do a Possumon. I need to look at that again in this episode. Or is she reprising the... Oh, either way.
Oh!
Oh! They just stole Angoramon!
Okay.
He's
The box. Supposed to be here. Why are you keeping me in a box?
yeah.
So who's that with the blue hair then?
Might be Tobukat's disguise. I don't know, or maybe Tobukat's one of the lions. I don't know.
Who?
Oh,
Oh.
Mephistomon. Sure. Last time we seen you, you were crucifying Gabumon.
Is he just looking for children that can walk a tightrope? Is that what's going on?
I think that's what's going on.
Oh.
Oh. Lynxmon? Okay.
Oh god. This kid, like, why is he in his pajamas? I know they supposedly snuck out, but in his pajamas?
Oh, okay. I mixed up a couple of things. I needed to double check something, but we'll go into it. We'll go into it after the episode.
Okay.
That was a good trick. Oh, there he is. He's kinda handsome. Like in a the Joker kind of way.
Yeah.
Hey! Woo! Oh. This week is a Ruli episode. Good to hear. I mean, the last time we had a Ruli episode, Gamamon stole it. So, oh no, that's not true. Lamoramon was, you know. Hmm. She made it. Oh, he just turned her into a card anyway.
Mm-hmm. He's like the cat bus from Totoro.
Official Airdramon is part of the gang.
The face is just so stupid.
Oh god.
Ah.
Oh, little sheep. Rabbit. Oh no, it is. No, it's an Angora rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, there's the professor's voice. Yay!
He's reminding me of Dr. Frankenfurter.
Yeah, I get that. Oh jeez, could you
He
imagine
doesn't
it?
have the sexual tension around him, but
Could you imagine a
getting those
Tim
vibes.
Curry voiced Piemon?
It
Could you imagine?
would work.
Oh, that little rabbit! Oh,
I
adorable.
want a plushie of that.
I do like that his other eye is like glossed out.
Yeah.
I think it really adds to how creepy this version is that you can't see one of his eyes.
Why is he looking at me now? I don't like it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Yami no game. Start. No, seriously, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0! I came for Digimon, I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0! What the hell?
To be fair, he never said that he'll let the kid who can do the tightrope go home.
I suppose. I think Goramon's actually cuter in that form. I mean, yes.
That's basically what his baby version looks like, right? It's just a big fluffy head.
Mm. Yeah, the baby form is just Angoramon. Is just his head. Yeah. Apparently, Angora rabbits aren't a real thing in their world. Just no comment. I mean, they might not be familiar with it, or the shock doesn't let them realize it. They Uh-huh. Yeah, this is just Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. This is literally episode 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. Just the game was played on the school roof instead of a table. So they were like so Yami and the bully had this super long fucking rope. Super long. And they were both tied to the ends of it, and they're sliding up and down the roof of the school building depending on the card they turn over. So if you turn over a 5, you go up 5 spaces.
Right.
And if you but if your and your opponent goes down, but if they draw a 10, well, it goes that way. Minus the abseiling, yeah, exactly. This is just a shadow game. I'm totally here for it, though. I love this version of Paimon. Or Piemon, sorry. I mean, it's Piedmon in the dub, so...
You don't pronounce the D, though. He's a
yeah, no, it's my brain.
Is there a Digimon that is a pie?
No, not that I'm aware.
I know there's a potato.
There is a potato. His attack is French fries.
He also eats them, doesn't he?
Yes. It's technically cannibalism. In the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, it's just called Game of Darkness. True, but I think Shadow Game just sounds better. Plus, it's the term most people are familiar with.
Is like he controls this deck, right?
You would think so. Like,
does he know what's going on under those cards? Like, can he see that? Is he just giving
or
her a
is
little
he
bit of
just,
hope
or is he just literally a fair play villain?
Maybe.
Because oh, that scream! No, AJ, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Bravo! That is a pun I love. Also, Eitaro, welcome. So is she literally going to win with the power of friendship or like the heart of the cards or something? I'm here for it. No, I truly am. I'm here for it. Like,
He's flirting her with her right now.
I don't know. I hope not. I think he's just being. Really? Really? Oh, really? Oh, God. That was some, animation, just like. Digimon! Yay! Oh boy, here we go. Fistmon is just like, no, I'm having none of this. Oh, she's just like, no, keep going.
Yeah.
Make him suffer. PA Mom was like, yeah, okay, I lost, cool.
Yeah.
But we're just like, no, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yeah. But what level is he? No, don't freeze. Why?
Stupid app. Oh, there we. Oh, okay.
Oh,
we're good.
So he's doing the whole honor warriors thing,
Yeah.
like the other two.
Keep going. Ruli's a badass. Also, Lamormon, she won fair and square. Like, dude. I'm here for this episode. Look, it's filler. You can skip this and miss nothing, kind of like last week.
Yeah.
But much like last week, there's a lot of. Oh my god, he looks a lot off model there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He looks like he shrunk in the
Yeah,
center.
someone dragged the image down and it didn't quite work.
He looks like his body looks like an accordion. Okay, yeah, look, they weren't going to beat a mega level traditionally.
Mm.
That's fine. Look at the rabbit without jumping into the tent. It means that. Oh, does it mean thank you? Rulies rules. I need that on a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the old Hulk Hogan t-shirts where it was like Hulk's rules?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Okay, so...
My brain just did the whole thing from the Adam Sandler movie, so Doyle rules. Ruly rules.
Yes. Yeah, that works too. Okay, so this episode was stupidly fun.
Yes.
Like, yeah, again, it is filler.
100% filler.
We're 41 episodes in. There's no real direction that the show is taking.
Yeah.
But we don't know how many episodes are left.
Yeah, like we did say last week, if this episode didn't have something,
Yeah.
we'd kind of be disappointed with it, but it was a very good episode.
It was a very good episode.
If you were expecting plot, no, you're going to be highly disappointed.
Yeah.
Well, it introduced him, but they did, to be fair, they didn't go, oh, we can't defeat him, he's much higher level.
No, he just went, I lost.
Yeah, but they didn't until now in this thing.
I still love that blanked out eye.
Yeah.
It really does add to the creepiness of him. But it's a nice change in the design, similar to like the Arukenimon human form, where they redid her human form from 02. It's just a subtle change, but it adds a lot to the presence of the character. Oni demons. Oh god. Oh god, what was that game I played for Halloween one year?
Yomori?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting Yomawari vibes from this. Human Hunter.
Human Hunter, okay.
Okay. Aboromon? Oh, that would make sense. Aboromon and Hover-Espimon are like the only ones from the Dims we haven't seen yet. So I'll just show. I think I was showing you Aboromon.
1 second, Clatter is leaving.
Oh, Clatter. Well, enjoy your movie. Have a great time with the family, and thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, we always appreciate it. Good to see you as always. This PA-mon really likes to play with kids. He is Hisoka. Oh, Androius! Oh, Androius, why?
Phrase it like that.
Yami says it was a tame episode, but what were you expecting from the unironic curtain rise on the next evolution arc? Yeah, I mean that's yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Felismon was a perfect, sure. This episode was not the Felismon episode.
No.
But up until that point, they had always been fighting a level above them, so that they couldn't just outright attack the biggest.
Yeah.
So that's always just been a consistent thing by the writers. I really do like this episode. It's completely missable, though. From a story perspective,
yeah,
it's completely missable. From a really fun popcorn episode, no, definitely go out of your way to watch this.
Yeah.
Like,
this is when I just go, I'm going to stick on that episode because it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the whole card game thing between PA-mon and Ruli was really good. She literally won with the heart of the cards.
Yeah.
Like, she literally just went... she literally just heart of the card in her way to victory.
Yeah, but I could see why people would not like this episode.
Hey, Juggernaut.
Hey,
Good
Juggernaut.
thing PA-mon did not cheat with a hard tricks with the card. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, he didn't. Like, when Ruli was winning, she was winning. Like, he didn't Pegasus this and go, well, I know which each card is what, and I do blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, see, I was kind of wondering if it was going to go that way, because his deck is like a despair deck or whatever.
Yeah. The ultimate despair!
But I was thinking he'd give her the hope to think they were winning and then take it away again, and that's how he was gonna. But no, he didn't do that.
No, and then I do
because they wouldn't be able to come back from that.
no, they really wouldn't. And I think that's what Mephismon's role in this episode was. He was that. No, you must have cheated.
Yeah.
But Ruli just no selling Mephismon.
Yeah.
Keep going. Ruli is amazing.
Levels didn't even come into it today, so I don't think it's clicked. There's another level passed on. Yeah, exactly. That's
no.
And I don't think it ever came up.
No. I would need to go back and look at when Angoramon went, it's Piemon, but we didn't get a little analyzer thingy for him or...
No, that only came up at the end.
Yeah, during the hero study files.
I think he said something like the elusive wizard or something. Something like that.
Jericho?
I think he said something like that, but I don't think he was like, oh, he's a whatever level, or he's a master of something, or nothing. Well, there was no one around him really. He was talking to himself, so if he knew, he wasn't going to really say it out loud, really.
No, just be exposition for the audience.
Yeah,
but
I think this was a good episode. I do.
Yeah.
Again, see why people would kind of go, oh, but no plot, and no this, and no...
Yeah, and I do appreciate it.
I'm not calling them whingers, I'm just saying I enjoyed this episode. I can see it from the other side, but...
Yeah. Desmond, hey guys, believe in the heart of the Trump sword. I really hope people... Maybe we did, to an extent. I know we sort of fantasy book ourselves, maybe sometimes into a corner at times. But the idea that a mega level was turning up, was it a case of, oh, things are really going to escalate now, we're going to learn all about Hokuto, and we're going to learn about this. And I kind of think we said last week, because it's a circus episode, tame your expectations a bit.
Yeah, well, we always kind of say that as well. We're like, we'll talk about all the different things. The episode already finished. Yeah.
Hey, Reiko! The place is so quiet without you. Aw, Yami missed you. Aw. 20 years on, Piemon hasn't gotten out of his habit of transforming things from A to B. Digimon survive. That's all I'll say. Hey, Pedja. They did. Oh, no. They had a card battle. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, and I loved it. No, I'm serious. I want to go back and watch that first episode now, because...
It's kind of like I said earlier, he took the defeat like a proper, like it's like the others with the warrior thing. It was their honor and their, he was a games master or whatever, and he was defeated, and he accepted that.
Yeah.
And who was it? King Kakuman? Keen Kakuman?
Keen Kakuman, yeah, both of them.
They accepted defeat because honor and
the warrior's way and whatever.
Yeah. So it was a little bit of a rehash of that episode. But because they were turning people into sake, he was turning people into cards.
Yeah, it's a little bit of overlap there. Yeah.
And then, it was resolved a different way. Like in that one, it was video games, and this one, it was card games. And I think I enjoyed this one a little more than that one.
I think I enjoyed this one. I know we got Tesla Jellymon out of that episode.
Yeah.
But I think I enjoy this episode a lot more than that one.
Yeah, her evolution aside, they're kind of the same episode.
Oh, yeah.
But, no, in terms of the actual little bit of plot or the plot of the episode rather than the overarching plot, I think this one was better than that one.
Okay. I'm very curious to see what we actually ranked that episode now.
Yeah, me too, because I cannot remember.
Because if we're saying it's better than that one...
That one is going to be high on the list anyway, because of Tesla Jellymon.
Well, yeah, and it was just a fun episode in itself.
Yeah.
Time it starts isn't always consistent. We always try and start around the 9 p.m. Time frame, and I think we were good about that this week.
Yeah, usually we aim for 9, and then it's like 9:30 because
that's why we send the tweets out.
Yeah. Do you follow the other Twitter, Reiko?
Reiko does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Follow the Code Crown on Twitter. and just make sure you have notifications on.
I was gonna point as if I'm still on screen, but I can't raise my arms.
You see where Piemon's sword handle is pointing? Just go follow us there. Shadow Game sounds like an illegal game you do in a dark alley. Game of Darkness sounds like a real cursed game. And Game of Darkness also sounds very try-hardy.
It's kind of... Oh no, that's World of Darkness. I was going to say the Vampire the Masquerade games. Isn't that their thing? But they're World of Darkness, not Game of Darkness.
Either works, I think. But I think more people are just used to the Shadow games. You know, they're just used to the Shadow games terminology because we grew up on dub Yu-Gi-Oh, not sub Yu-Gi-Oh. That wouldn't have been something any of us seen until we started using the internet a bit more regularly. Speaking of which, I have a whole box set of Yu-Gi-Oh season 1 to 5 arriving tomorrow. 35 discs, seasons 1 to 5. Jesus. And I have the Bonds Beyond Time Blu-ray arriving tomorrow as well. And then on Wednesday, Pyramid of Light and the other movie, The Dark Side of Dimensions. Those two are arriving on Wednesday. So my Yu-Gi-Oh collection is getting a revamp. Especially since Netflix got rid of them all.
Yeah.
You will actually be able to go, where was I? And just start watching again.
I remember Dragons.
Oh, yes.
Some kind of Ghost King. Was he a Ghost King? Or was he like a Sea King? Or was he a...
Yeah.
I don't know what he was, but I kind of noped out
at that point. The Great Leviathan?
Is that what it was? I kind of noped out at that point.
Yeah.
And then when I was like, no, look, I'll just finish it. There's only one more season after this. And then it was gone.
Yeah.
They took away the first season of the last few. So.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, for this weird time, Netflix just had Battle City. And that was it. Yeah. I was like, but no. Crumbs, that is quite the oddly timed Yu-Gi-Oh! Spurge. Blame Amazon and having everything on sale.
Yeah. You're gonna watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, maybe?
I don't know. Like, they'll say it, like, we have this habit, we'll pick up a DVD and go, that'll be nice. We can just have a movie night between ourselves one evening. And then it sits on the shelf and we watch something on Disney Plus or YouTube or
we're just both streaming and we never have time.
Yeah. You know, so this is why we don't really get around to watching other stuff as well. Yeah. So it's good in theory, you know. Oh, I'll have them if we get in the mood, you know, if there's a mood for it one day.
Yeah, but we have that little bit of time between when one of us gets out of work and when the streaming starts. So
and that's usually
if it's any longer than that. It's
and that is usually just dinner and YouTube videos, like catching up on news and other things. But
I just said Piemon shouldn't have honor. But I don't know.
I don't think every Piemon needs to be a homicidal maniac. And that was kind of what I liked about this Piemon. The design tweaking aside, what I really liked about this Piemon is that he set a challenge and he lost and he went, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to bust out the trump swords and start turning everybody into keychains again. You know, or I didn't want him. Actually, I can't say that because that's Survive spoilers. You know, I know we're technically finished Survive on the channel, but I don't feel like that gives me carte blanche to just start going blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
At least until the end of September. After that, then I don't care.
But yeah, I feel like the fact that his choice of fighting was a game.
Yeah.
That makes me think he would have more honor in a game. Like the whole challenging death to a game. And well, in Bill and Ted it was best 2 out of 3. But if you beat him, he lets you come back. You know, because that's the challenge he set and you won.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was tying into that a little bit.
Pedro says, why not a Yu-Gi-Oh stream? It'd be cool to do something else and not just Digimon.
When though?
Again, our whole thing about time. But speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh though, I also picked up the Secret Reverse manga, the comic. on Tuesday while I was traveling for work, and that is a Spider-Man and Iron Man story written and drawn by Kazuki Takahashi. And I swear to God, it is just Iron Man plays Duel Monsters. It is just Iron Man plays Duel Monsters. The guy he's facing has a big fuck off dual disc attached to his jacket. It's incredible.
Oh no, I'm out.
It's actually amazing. Like,
Yeah.
sorry for the language before Yami tries to scold me. But, you know, having this thing where it's like, I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is like my favorite superhero. You know, and I love Iron Man because he's a dick. And he's, you know.
It's like I always say, I love Iron Man for the same reasons I hate Batman.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's the personality.
Yeah, exactly, right. You love Iron Man for right. That is completely legitimate.
He's a billionaire with a load of toys. Batman is a billionaire with a load of toys, but I don't like. I like Adam West, but I'm like, no, Batman's not really that good. He's just rich, but that's all Iron Man is. But he's just better.
Yeah, right. But anyway, right. So I love those characters, right? And obviously, I do have a great love for Yu-Gi-Oh. I grew up on it. I've still a bunch of cards upstairs. I've some very good memories of going to tournaments and competing in nationals and things like that. And so just to have this sort of collision of worlds where the creator and artist and for Yu-Gi-Oh has done an Iron Man and Spider-Man comic, and it's the last thing he did, if not one of the last things he did before his untimely death, like not too long ago. Like it's what, a month and a half, if even. That's just nice to sort of have in the collection as a. It just But honestly, like story-wise, it is just Iron Man plays Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
And I'm totally here for it. And I think that's why I love this episode as well. Because it's like I came for the Digimon, but I got Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. You know, and I don't actually mind that this Piemon wasn't a homicidal maniac. Like, because it goes to that thing where, like we saw with Meikumon a few weeks ago, right? Not every version of X Digimon needs to have the personality of X Digimon.
Yeah.
They like that should be allowed to be a species who some members of have their own thoughts and goals and this and that and the other. They shouldn't all be bound to a hardwired typing or stereotype or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm totally okay. Plus, the kids weren't beating a mega level on their first go. Even if Piemon had no honor and did the thing you were expecting, they weren't winning that fight without some sort of shenanigans. And if you're going to write yourself into that sort of corner anyway, where like you can't defeat a mega level even though you've got 3 perfects, and it would make sense, right? But you're not going to let them beat a mega level yet because you have to promote them getting to that level themselves soon.
Yeah.
This is a good way to go about it, where they win in a very different and creative way.
And that's what they've said from the start.
Yeah, and that's
going to be completely different.
Yeah, and they've said that from the start. This isn't just going to be a show about who attacks the biggest. And sometimes that works. Like this episode, like Felismon. And sometimes it doesn't. Like Frozomon.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes like this kind of storytelling is very hit and miss. And I know we kind of say it every week. This is where the show would benefit from a couple of 2-parters just to let the tension linger a little bit longer instead of every story being its own individual. You could really watch the show in any order outside of a couple of choices and not lose out on anything.
Yeah.
Like take last week's episode, right? you have the episode where Espimon first shows up, right? But if you take last week's episode and this week's episode and flip their run order, nothing changes.
No.
Because Espimon is still on his whole gimmick of you're not the real hero.
Yeah, even though, like, what did he say at the end of the last episode? Did he just say, "Oh, you're here"?
Yeah, it was just that. It was like, "Oh, what took you so long?" or something.
Yeah.
And then he was eating the rice crackers or whatever.
Yeah, I felt like part of that was him realizing that he actually did find Hero.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because they'd explained the whole, like, spitting image doesn't mean he's a clone.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, Jellymon is sort of going, he's an idiot. And I thought they were going to do something with that, but clearly they have other plans, or they just needed an excuse to write him off the show for a week.
Yeah.
Like writing Kyoshiro and Jellymon off the show this week. I feel bad for Jellymon. She just wanted to go on a circus date with Kyoshiro, and he's like, "No, I've got to go do work and give a speech and stuff." And her just she
could have gone to the circus.
She could have, but she didn't. She wanted to go with Darling, and that's the important part of that, because she wanted to be with Darling. She didn't just want to go, and that's nice, because that's a very in character excuse or reason to write her off the show for a week, because she didn't want to be away from Darling.
Yeah,
and Espimon, though, I don't know. It's like they just went, oh, how do we follow up on last week? He's still looking for the real hero.
Yeah.
That's the bit I feel is a bit rushed.
What happened in between there that he went, like, he came back? Why did he come back? Like, it's just, he came back and then went, "Oh no, I was wrong."
Yeah. So safer for everyone for her not to be there. Don't need her to antagonize something that actually wasn't planning on killing you. Jellymon and Kyo are officially a couple, no matter what anyone else says. Yeah, that's gonna get awkward when Hero starts looking at other girls. Oh, I feel like Jellymon's just gonna be a complete yandere. If she's not there already.
Hey, Hero.
What?
Sorry, I misheard what you said there.
Okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll move on to the ranking then, because I feel like this is because I think
curious about what my past self said about that other episode.
Yeah, like we need to sort of look at that. So let me just bring the rankings up on screen here, and we'll get into that then. It is that one. Okay.
Why won't YouTube let me go to the live? Oh.
Okay, so
and there's no chat for me.
There we go. Okay.
There we go.
So, the Kinkakumon episode
was Game of Death.
That was Game of Death, and we gave that a 4. Well, I gave it a 4. You gave it a 4.5.
I gave it a 4.5.
And now, you're saying you enjoyed this episode more. So is it a better 4.5, or did it push itself over?
Oh no, I don't think this was a 5.
No, it was good, but they have to remember, like, the way we look at the episodes now has probably changed in the last 30 episodes, because the show was still the show was still new at this stage, and it was just putting bangers out week to week.
Yeah. Like, you can see we were counting down from that one.
Yeah.
Like, we went from a 5 to a 4, and then I went to a 4.5, and then it's down to a 3.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, like, Tesla Jellymon was my favourite in that episode. So what bumped it up for me was her evolution.
Yeah, so it would have been
if I can't remember that, I can see it there.
Yeah. So without the evolution, that would have been a 4 for you, basically.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So then that brings us back down to... I went first last week.
Yeah.
So I let you go first this week. So what do you want to rank Clown? And are you going to pull a mulligan on the game of death, or are you kind of?
I'm. You swap over to the other screen for a second.
Yeah, of course.
Up there.
With the benefit of hindsight, is Game of Death maybe too high?
It is a little bit.
Yeah,
it is a little
and
bit.
that's the fun of recency bias.
Yeah.
Where you look at something in hindsight and go, "Oh well, I did in the moment, and in the moment I felt it was that score."
Yeah.
So I don't believe too much in the idea of erasing how you felt at the time, but if you were to watch, if we ever get around to this fabled rewatch, would you look at it in a different light or still feel the same way about it?
See, now that I've seen Tesla Jellymon several times, she's not as exciting.
That's fair.
But at the time, yeah, that was
because that
really
episode had a lot
for me than
like her Jellymon plugging herself into the system. Kyoshiro's super gamepad powers.
Yeah.
There was a lot in that episode that made it super fun and super rewatchable.
Yeah. You two are insane. This episode was great.
Oh, we're not saying it wasn't. We just don't know. We just don't think it was a 5. Or are they talking to the chat? Oh, Pedja and Reika, Pedja and Yami saying 3.5. Is SB1 going to look for the real hero for another 10 episodes? I hope not. They have a new Digivice to sell us soon. But even if he does it matter when we don't know what the episode count is?
Yeah.
You say another 10 episodes as if the show is ending in 15.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Yeah. There's not been anything.
There's been nothing. The only reason we found out about the episode count for 2020 was because of the international advertising stuff.
Yeah.
And even then, that went an episode over what was, or under what one of those.
Yeah.
What the advertising brochure said.
Yeah.
So
it just hasn't been advertised anywhere else.
Yeah. It hasn't been shopped around yet. I mean, he can't be looking for the real hero for another 10 episodes anyway. We need to get Hover Espimon in somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's going to come of one of two places. Either he accepts Hero, and similar to Shenanigans with Ryudamon, Shenanigans cause the evolution. Or he's Hokuto's partner, and the deadbeat suddenly turns up. So that has to be one of two things there.
Yeah, like if he shows up and maybe he has the new bracelet.
I think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Because
you were asked about him last week.
Yeah. So we are keeping that plate spinning. Like, the show is slow, but...
Still torn.
Okay, well...
Because I have Game of Death higher than The Witching Hour. That freaked me out.
Yeah. But again, you like them for different reasons.
Yeah.
And that's the fun of marking these in the moment.
Yeah.
Rather than in hindsight.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to go?
I want to give I definitely want to give this a 4.
Okay.
But I don't want to give it a 5.
Fine. Yeah, that's fair. Like,
but do I want to give it a 4.5? I did really enjoy it. It was fun and like
it had like Flame Wizardmon and Tobucat just stealing Angoramon.
That was so much fun, and they did the little magic trick, and
and then Piedmon turning him into a literal rabbit. Like it was such a bit, like the visual gags in this episode were really good.
Like I was really stuck into it. I was kind of looking at the chat and going, wait, what?
Yeah.
No offense, guys, but I really enjoyed it.
I don't mind the end so much. It was just a game. The ending of it, but it's the ending of every Ghost Game episode.
Yeah, I don't think this one dropped a score.
No, I think like
this one worked.
This wasn't Frozomon.
Yeah.
This was
It wasn't Yadagarmon just flying away.
No, it wasn't. And this episode was Piemon lost. It wasn't last week where, you know, Calamaramon literally got drilled straight.
Yeah.
You know. I'm still torn about how I feel like that in hindsight. You know, this wasn't it wasn't it was a show of power in a different way.
Yeah.
And Piemon was like, yeah, look, I lost. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll do this again.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he'll ever turn back up, but
it was the two from Game of Death. Kind of tied in with like Felismon and Gamdemon. The way they kind of left,
well, yeah, Felismon sort of taunted them on his way out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we're seeing Zasomon ever again.
Zasomon, no, I don't. I always forget about him anyway.
Yeah, I think the writers have.
Yeah.
Because we haven't even had anything in that vein since.
Yeah, like we know he was doing some kind of test, but
maybe I'm wrong.
It might tie in later. I don't know. They all seem to have minions of some sort.
Yeah.
So maybe they amass some kind of army. I don't know. But they I
hated they treated Mephistomon like a waste. He should have got his own episode, or he just need to be stronger this episode. He was a henchman. He crucified Gabumon last season. Again,
what level is he?
I believe he's perfect. I could be wrong. Let me double check that.
Scarier because he was really big.
Yeah. Because that episode was we got Metal Garurumon in the stupid racing episode last season.
Was there a difference between him and Mephistomon?
No. His name in English is Mephistomon.
Oh, okay.
So it's Mephistomon in Japanese.
Felismon can turn into him, can't he?
Yeah, he's a Mephistomon is a perfect. So yeah, he's a perfect. Not Felismon, Boogieymon can turn into him. The little Felismon.
Okay. You know, I am getting confused because we kept calling Felismon Mephistomon.
Yeah. I got mixed up last week. And then he can evolve to Belphemon. This.
Yeah.
Sure. So.
But again, it was one of those endings where, like, there was no other way for them to beat him except in some kind of game of wits or game of cards or a game of anything. They weren't straight out beating him in a fight.
No.
So I think this ending worked with us. Well, it might not work for someone who doesn't know what level he is.
Maybe, and because they didn't highlight that a lot. Like, for us, it's like, okay.
It might come the ending once they do the little description thing. Because it came up that he was a mega level.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If you didn't know what level he was, I can see it you're kind of going, what the hell? But no.
I didn't mind the end so much. It was clearly all just a game to Piemon. And I hate I treat Mephistomon. I mean, again, he crucified Gabumon last season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got his time in the sun. Different species of the same Digimon are allowed to be different. The species as a whole, individuals within that species are allowed to have different roles in different universes within the franchise.
This one didn't need to be stronger, or
he didn't
need to be as scary because he was working for someone bigger than him.
Yeah, exactly.
He was Dracmon in this situation.
He was Dracmon in this situation. Yes, that's exactly it. He was the Dracmon to Piemon's Vamdemon. That's exactly what that is. He just didn't get killed off by Piemon himself.
Yeah. Probably get a slap for insubordinance or whatever.
Yeah. Like, that's what I thought happened.
Like, that might be why he let Angoramon or
Lemormon
claw maybe he let him. Yeah, maybe he let that go on because he'd been insubordinate.
Yeah, but when he did the finger snap and there was just suddenly a card there, I went, "Oh my god, Piemon killed him." There was a part of my brain went, "Oh god, we've done this again."
Yeah.
But no, he was just there then, cowering behind Piemon.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, yeah, get wrecked. Yeah.
So he was put in his place, basically.
Yeah, he was. He was put in his place for,
because that's what the big evil bosses do with their henchmen.
Yeah.
You don't disrespect them. Make that noise.
PS5. My Phantasy Star Online has installed.
Wonderful.
But
yeah, I'm still stuck with a number. I'll give it 4.5.
Whoa, okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. And then
I'm not finding flaws so much as I'm thinking about how other people would see it.
Which is a terrible thing to do.
But no, you know what I mean? I'm not personally going, no, but this part was shit. I'm like, I can see why someone might have thought that, but I didn't think that.
So, I didn't think that.
I didn't think that, yeah. I didn't.
There it is. Yep, bugger. Right.
What do royalty live in, AJ?
What?
What do royalty live in?
Palaces.
What's in the middle of Hyrule?
Hyrule Palace.
Yeah. I can still pick on you though. Anyway, yeah, 4.5. Favorite character. Oh dear. I want to say Paimon because he was fun, but I also want to say the little fluffy rabbit.
the cute little Angora rabbit.
He was so much fun.
Yeah, I really did enjoy like when everyone's cheering Ruli on, and he's just like angry rabbit noises.
Yeah, he just has the little teeth, and he's like,
yeah.
It's almost like you can see. The way like Lemormon is like, must protect Ruli, but you can see, but he's just so helpless. He's just flailing helplessly, going, I need to help her. Yeah.
You're not seriously going for the Angora rabbit, are you?
We might have another honorable mention.
Okay.
Oh. It was just so cute.
You're going for the Angorum, aren't you?
No.
Okay.
He was really funny and stupid, but no. He wasn't the best character.
Okay, I tell you what. I'll do it here.
Yeah. I can't be that silly every week.
There we go. So your actual favorite character this week then? Paimon? Cool.
He was fun and he was kind of Tim Curry-esque.
Yeah.
He had the voice. Well, if he could have the voice in English. Who knows?
So I'm not going to rank it as high as you.
No?
No, I'm going to give it a 4, though. Okay. So I'm still ranking it high. Just because
exactly the ranking we had for
Game of Death. Because I had a lot of fun with this episode. And this isn't like last week's episode where the fun in the episode came from us just taking the mick out of all the dialogue and the interesting camera angles and
all the innuendo. Whether it was intentional or not, we picked up on it and we made our own fun.
Oh, exactly, right? This isn't like this, but this is more. I like the setting. It was very different. I like the I like Paimon going, you crossed a tightrope, but I never said you could go home. Bam, you're a trading card anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So, but then, him adhering to his own rules of, if you win, fine.
Yeah, that was him, like Reiko said, being a trickster.
Yeah.
So he's like, cross the rope or whatever, but he never said, like you said, he never said they could go home.
No, he just went, I like brave children. Bam, you're a card anyway. But I really like Ruli, actively using the heart of the cards to beat Paimon.
Yeah.
And then, Paimon admitting defeat, them coming down off the pedestal, and then that whole sequence with Belphimon, Mephistomon being like, oh, you must have cheated. And and Goramon evolving and her just going, keep going. And then Lamormon, ruin one fair and square.
Yeah.
Oh, like that made like the Yu-Gi-Oh references, if you want to call them that, or similarities aside, just that whole sequence made the episode for me. So I'm my favorite character this week. I'm gonna give it to Ruli.
Okay.
Because she was a fucking badass.
She was.
So so let's see then for the individual rankings then. I shan't. It was a really fun episode. Yeah. And Mephisto
human children cards.
Mephistomon from the Tamers movie is the best version. Well, look, there you go. Look, there's multiple versions of this monster that have been used so far, and they can be used in different ways.
Yeah, like when they show that there's different species as opposed to just one of, then they can't really go, well, they're all the same personality, because that wouldn't make any sense.
No. Different universe, different rules. That is a theory I subscribe to thanks to Jeff Nimoy, who was the sort of script and dubbing coordinator for a lot of the English dub of season 1, season 2, season 5. He's had a lot of hand in the show. And things for when remember we were talking about like in the dub for season 5, like going from child to perfect is called warp digivolve, but going from child to mega is double. And people said to him, but hold on, but you have a terminology for this from Adventure. It's just warp. And his response was, different universe, different rules. I like, yeah, actually, you know what? Fine.
Yeah.
That's a legitimate way of looking at it.
Yeah.
You're not beholden to what came before you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I presume for yourself anyway, we're putting this episode under Crimson Banquet, which was the Vamdemon episode.
Yeah. Weird because I
it's amazing
to be in this.
Like it's amazing that Crimson Banquet, like that was episode 25. We're now on 41.
Yeah.
Where did the rest of the show go? It does not feel that long ago.
No, it really doesn't. But time has really just, nobody has any concept of time anymore. And yeah, like there's big gaps and everything. Doesn't feel like we've watched 41 episodes.
No, it really does not.
Yeah, that's not doing it again. It didn't do it last week.
No. No, I have to. Sorry, hold on. I gave Game of Death a 4.5, apparently. Did I?
Before back there, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh.
Did I bump it up and forget to adjust?
We took out the adjustments, so maybe.
That might be it. Okay. Well, look, I'll fix that here then, because I'll keep it in line with this one.
Okay.
So let me just... And what I'll do is, just to keep an element of consistency, I suppose, I'll just do... Do I like Game of Death better than Monster Pollen? Yes. I mean, they're both Jellymon episodes, so... And then...
You could have just copy-pasted the 4.5 as well.
Yeah, well...
Or the 4 below it. Yeah. So you have a lot more 4s than I do?
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 4.5s to your 5.
Yeah.
So like yeah, this was not a better episode than Face Taker.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, Justin, welcome. So yeah, this is where we are with that episode, I think.
Yeah.
We're happy with that?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Well then, thunder.
Thunder?
Wow.
Any lightning?
Not yet. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
You know what? I saw a flash of light earlier.
Hmm.
And I thought it was coming from like that or something else, but maybe it did come from outside.
Oh, okay. I guess Piemon loves card games as well. Yeah. That's we were saying one of my favorite things about this episode was basically it was episode 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. Also, the show got hijacked.
Surprise!
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, same. So look, I think we'll move over to the comments then.
Yes.
And I think we're ready to bounce after that. We don't have
Art.
Oh, we do have art, but I mean, even still, like we're not how to not love things. How not to love things that go the Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 direction. Right? I mean, next week I expect Ruli to be in a game involving a lighter and alcohol. also a story in Season 0. So for those who don't know, there's an episode in Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 where Anzu, or Taya in the dub, gets a part-time job. And because in Japan, and I think in a lot of countries, having a part-time job as a student can get you expelled.
Oh yeah.
So she has to keep it famous. Famous. I read Yami's comment. I read Yami's comment at the same time. Good lord. Right, so anyway, so she gets this part-time job and she has to keep it a secret, right? So she's sneaking off and whatever. And the guys are like, oh, she must have a boyfriend. Or she must be meeting up with it. She must be doing unsavory things and whatever. Right? And so they follow her. And it turns out she has a job in that universe's Burger King or whatever.
Okay.
And they turn up and she's in the little uniform and everything. And she's super pissed off that they've followed her to work. But she's a waitress there, so she has to serve them. And she serves them very angrily. She like... But anyway. So, this guy who had busted out of prison starts holding the place hostage.
Right.
And he blindfolds Anzu and he takes her captive.
Right.
And Yami steps up and he's like, I challenge you for her freedom. Right. And basically, the game works like this. You have to pour a glass of vodka with a lighter balanced with a going lighter balanced on your hand.
Right.
That's Yami's challenge.
Right.
Yami torches the guy.
Where did we get vodka in a Burger King?
He was a prisoner out of jail. He just had a bottle of vodka on him.
Right.
So he's like, okay, well, here's the deal.
That's the first thing you do when you break out of jail: buy a bottle of vodka or steal a bottle of vodka.
So it's a whole thing. There's a whole other like element to the game of like you can only use one finger during your turn or whatever. So Yami's sort of thing is like he flicks the lighter with his thumb because he adhered to the rules of the game.
Yeah.
And the lighter just torches the guy.
Right.
And it's like, oh my god. Yeah, picking a finger, and Yugi picked his thumb. Yeah, like there again. I'm sort of just giving Meg the cliff notes. Basically, he sets a guy on fire using vodka. And so, if Ruli does that next week, we've got a very different show on our hands now. Ruli does become Yugi Joe. As Eitaro said earlier. Actually, I still love that pun, Eitaro. So, kudos on that.
Gold stars.
Gold stars for Eitaro.
Are my gold stars still there?
Oh.
Oh, wrong emojis. It is.
Cool.
Gold stars for everyone.
Gold stars. Cool. So we'll get into the comments from last week and but he cheated and took the lighter off, and we know what happens when you break the rules. Exactly. But again, I'm just giving the Cliff Notes version. So.
Just to explain why there was alcohol and fire in
Exactly, yeah. Basically, yeah. Okay. So Let me close that off. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow!
Ooh.
We've had a lot of comments this week. All right, so... Oh. Is the held for review? Nope.
Yeah.
I haven't responded. Cool.
There you go.
Why was it not? Okay.
Because it was already in order.
Ah. Right, because I messed with the filtering.
Yeah.
I know, I saw that too. All right, so we'll start with Pedge's comment because it's the first one there. So 5 days ago. Here we go. So, oh god. It's okay. It's a long one.
Because we asked people.
We did ask for top 10, so that's cool. So Pedge's comment. All right, here. So this is in regards to last week's episode with Calamaramon. All right, here's the deal. It's an average episode. I give it a 2.5. I think that's fair, but again, enjoyment is different. Everyone looks at things differently. That's fine. I think a 2.5 is a bit harsh, but fine. Then again, we only give it a 3, so it's not too far off.
Yeah. We gave it more points because we had fun ourselves.
Yeah. I think if
we tried not to.
We tried not to. Like if we'd have, because when we took our having fun out of it, it was a 3. If we'd have gone along with the fun and the innuendo and all that stuff, I think we'd have given it a 5 just for the jollies we had.
Maybe.
So, but anyway. Calamaramon looked good in this episode, I'll give them that. Also, it took 40 episodes for Hero to ask himself how his dad got into the digital world. I feel that's incorrect. Like, it's been a while since he's wondered about it, but I feel like he's asked...
mentioned it before. Because who said that they'd burn up if they went in there?
Bakumon.
Yeah, he was thinking about that already because he flashed back to his dad, the burning circle or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the burn. Yeah, with the picture frame that's like burned completely.
Yeah.
You know, in half. Also, it got to my attention that Kano Weissmon always wins with a spinning match. Always wins a spinning match with his Dragonia move. That's okay, because I'm certain he'll lose to a certain opponent in the future who has a Black Tornado move. I don't think so. Like, I understand people are excited for what Black Agumon and Black Galgomon and what they mean. I do not think Black Agumon immediately means we're getting Black Wargreymon.
No.
Totally open to open to be wrong on that.
But him just being there just gives me no indication of anything other than he showed up and was watching.
Yeah.
That's all I've gotten from that.
And I don't think that, and the show has done
to Gulu's kind of.
But yeah, again, and that's one thing. Like as much as I love, but not love, right? But as much as I enjoy the formula of the show, if you're not going to do the wider grand scale plot yet, that is something they could have been tinkering away on in the background. Like, don't just have these black Digimon show up whenever Gulus is on screen. Kind of cut away to them more often. Yeah. Oh, the Agumon is still watching. Galgomon is still watching them.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it every time Gulus is there, but if they're still...
Even if they just coloured in a little shadow in the background.
Yeah, in the shape of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're doing whatever they're doing, and then we kind of go, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
In the background.
Just a little attention to detail.
Have a face or anything.
Yeah, just a little attention to detail for those. Yeah. So like that is something I would mark the show down for when we get to the overall ranking. But there's not enough. Don't forget that Black Wargreymon has a dim card. I don't think that means anything. Lots of things have a dim card that haven't shown up yet.
Does that mean we're getting Stingmon?
Exactly, right? Stingmon has a dim card. Hoodimon is on the dim card. Is on the Stingmon dim card. You know, there's lots of stuff. There's lots of stuff that have a dim card that haven't shown up yet. He'll get Black War Greymon trauma at this rate. Attacks from all sides. Love them on already. Yami, I will ban you.
Get Black War Greymon trauma. You have that already. We're all getting banned now.
I hate you all. I hate you all. I don't. Let's hope that Black Agumon becomes Blitz Greymon. That'd be more fun. Oh. I actually think that would annoy, because that would annoy so many people. I'm here for the chaos of that.
I'm just sad because my Blitz Greymon died.
Oh yeah, it did. Your Blitz Greymon died. Oh, you'll miss me. We love you too. Thanks, Desmond. I know you've got my back.
Where did my child go?
I don't know. I'm not your babysitter.
No, there you go. My child is my Aegis.
Yeah, right now she has an Aegis Dramon.
Okay. I have to put him asleep.
Probably should. We all know Black War Greymon is going to piss AJ off after the last one. Let's hope. Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, I don't think we're getting Black War Greymon in this show. Totally open to be wrong on that one, and I'll admit it if he does turn up.
Mm.
But right now, I think people are reaching.
Mm.
I don't know what the obsession is with having him on the show either. Aside from annoying me, aside from
that's something you would like.
Black Agumon will become the Blue Greymon X new Digimon. He was made just for the card game. Like he was made just for the card game. Similar to how actually Black War Greymon was originally made just for... Sorry, no, not Black War Greymon. Omegamon Zwart was originally made for a card game.
Mm.
So there's a track record there, but no, because then you have to introduce the X antibody, and then that's too much. That's too much hassle at this stage. No, I'll pass on that idea. It's a cool design though. I love that it's a pastiche of Geo Greymon and Cross Wars Greymon. Mm. It's like someone just mixed them together and went, because I love it. I love the design. I love the claws on the knees that people have just chopped the legs off and they look like little feet. So it's adorable. I love the claw kneecap things, the blade on the tail. I'm super down for Blue Greymon X. Genuinely, I think it's a fantastic design. It's got the little wrist straps from Geo Greymon as well. We're Galacticmon. Oh god. Better than Dantemon. I just miss the headphones. Yeah. But you know what? I do and I don't. I think the headphones are a nice... They make Cross Wars Greymon stand out a bit more. But because the show drastically changed in terms of how music-based it was going to be, I think there was a reason Shoutmon and Greymon both came with headphones.
Mm.
And Shoutmon was the only one who got to keep the music gimmick. The Digivices for that show are just microphones.
Did they ever sell headphones?
No.
No?
No, they didn't do anything because it would be a cosplay.
They were planning to, and that's why they...
Oh, they probably were, but the headphones were just on Shoutmon and Greymon.
Yeah.
So, Cross Wars themed headphones would have been fun, I think, as a little cosplay item. I guess. But, because, the Crossloader is just a microphone. If you look at its design, it's got the little silver head on top.
Mm.
It is just a microphone, but they killed that gimmick. They kept elements of it with the Digi-melodies and the Crossloader being able to pick up on the melody and things like that. But overall, there was a totally different gimmick for that show plan, and they just went, actually, no.
Sounds like a lot of things I've heard.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, but I wouldn't, I don't know why people are, because I don't know why people are so attached to the idea of Black War Greymon turning up this season.
They're just hyped for it, and I feel like that's going to lead to a lot of disappointment, and they'll not like the show because of something that was never hinted at.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just always temper your expectations, guys. Don't, just as Meg said, don't get yourself hyped up for something that hasn't been promised.
Yeah.
Because it's not the show's fault if you're let down at the end. Then it's not the show's fault. Then also last week, Toei on their YouTube channel released a promotional video on Ghost Game. At the end, it said that the next stage of the show was about to begin. Yeah, that video came out in Japan 3 weeks ago. That was when Lamormon first turned up. They released that video like the next day.
Yeah.
So it's not that we're going into the next stage of Ghost Game. It's that we're in the stage of the show now where we have all the perfect levels.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to disappoint people on that one, but that video came out 3 weeks ago, if not more than that. I actually put it in the Discord because that was brought up in the Discord as well. Maybe it was in the Ghost Game chat. Yeah. So
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks. Yeah. So 4 weeks ago. That was put up on the Japanese Toei channel a month ago. We're just getting a translated version of it now from Crunchyroll. So I don't think we're in a new stage of evolution, but more just we have perfect levels. Don't get excited for stuff the show hasn't promised.
Yeah, I remember us saying when that came out, I think, yeah, Reiko said it there as well.
Yeah.
Everything that showed in the trailer already happened.
Yeah, because it
didn't happen when it first came out.
No, but it was like, no, but the stuff that already happened in the trailer is like, because it was all leading up to everyone's evolutions. So it's more of a flashback video. It's not a promotional trailer for here's what to expect in the future and out of context clips and shadows of future forms and things like that. I
wouldn't put any.
I wouldn't put stock in it. Just to temper expectations. I don't want to, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade or anything, but just for your own peace of mind. So anyway, so Pedge is hoping for plot. I mean, we all are. I mean, there's plot and world building, but we haven't been told what the ultimate destiny is yet. So
yeah.
Fine. Gulus, Hero's dad, Black Tailmon, Major Villain, Black Agumon and Black Galgamon, and Mega Level soon. Especially Gulus, come on, he wasn't mentioned in 20 episodes. Heroes and the others have forgotten that he exists, yet he's in the opening. Him being in the opening means that the writers haven't forgotten about him. And if he hasn't turned up because Hero convinced him to go away in the Vamdemon episode, there hasn't been a reason for Gulus to turn up again.
Gamamon hasn't exactly been in danger.
Gamamon hasn't been in the kind of danger that would require Gulus to turn up and kill things.
Yeah.
And we might get a bit of that whenever we get to the digital world. But right now, there hasn't been a reason for Gulus to turn up, which in turn means there's been no reason for the characters to talk about him. Because that was what I liked about when he first turned up. Everyone went to the hot spring, and Hero's like, I want to talk with him again. And the other's like, don't you dare. They scolded him for wanting to see him again.
Yeah. And I suppose him being a doormat would, listen to them and not do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Still one of my favorite ways of ending an episode. I still love that Angoramon beat was it? No, not Yashamon. No, it was Yashamon. Asuramon that way. Oh, you've got the hero face. Could you let everybody go? Oh no.
That was so good.
It was a really creative way of defeating the enemy. And that's what I like about this show. It's the creativity behind it rather than just who can attack the biggest. My fireball is bigger than your fireball.
Yeah. We'll get back to chat in a minute, guys. This is a very long comment.
It is a long comment. I promise. We'll get back to chat in a second. I actually think we're at the halfway point, and the show will have 80 episodes. I mean, we did say that before. 80 episodes would bring us up to around April 2nd, Masaru's birthday. The 80 episode. No, well, you take out a week for New Year's. So 79. So 80 would bring us up to the week after. So April 9th.
Yeah.
But either way, 80 episodes would bring us up to April. That's generally when a new season of anime starts.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, we still have 40 episodes to do everything in.
Have they said anything about the 2020 dub?
No, I haven't heard anything since Digimon Con.
Okay.
About the 2020 dub. I had nothing. Because
maybe we'll start hearing stuff towards the end of the year that'll be coming out in the next.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to watching that again. Anyway, a fresh perspective on it might be fun. Anyway, moving on. Next week, episode The Clown from the preview looks great. Can't wait to see Piemon again. It's been too long since he was seen in the anime. I mean, for me, I seen him 2 weeks ago. I mean, play Digimon Survive. If I remember correctly, he was in a flashback for one of the Try movies. Yeah, because Daigo's team fought the Dark Masters and lost-ish. So the original Chosen fighting the Dark Masters, yeah. Honestly, can't wait for next week's episode. It's rare with me for this show. And I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that the show, you're not looking forward to it. Because I never want anyone to watch something out of obligation.
Yeah, like it can, like I've not that I've watched things out of obligation. Like I've said before, I watched The Walking Dead for like, I don't know, 7 seasons or something.
Yeah.
Whenever Negan showed up, that's when I stopped watching. And like I've been watching the seasons and trying to catch up with it, and it's just tedious when you don't like what's going on.
Yeah. And for me,
I don't want someone to feel that way about this show because it like
no, and I was the same with 2020. And I was really watching it because I had the podcast to do, and I wanted, and there was a part of me was like, it'll get better. It'll get better. It was
you always want to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Like it was like watching Raw in 2004.
Yeah.
It'll get better. It'll get better. It'll get better. Oh. But, but I never want, if you've no obligation to watch the show and it's not entertaining you.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
Gonna make you hate the show. Like
there's nothing wrong with saying this isn't for me. I don't think that anybody should begrudge anybody for that.
Yeah, like that's what I was going for there. It's not that the show is bad, it's just that you don't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a difference there between it being an actual bad show
and it just not being for you.
Yeah, like if it's not doing what you want and it's not following what you think it should do.
Yeah.
Like
but there's probably an element of FOMO where the week I stop watching is the week everything happens.
Yeah.
And I won't have been there for it.
Yeah. There's a little bit of that as well, yeah.
That was also my Stockholm relationship with WWE for 12 years.
Yeah.
It'll get, or 20 longer.
I had a little divorce with it for a while and then I started watching it again and oh no.
Yeah.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
And we get Petra's top 10 episodes.
Yeah. So for the top 10 episodes, Executioner, The Spider's Lure, Nightly Procession, The Sewn Lip Man, Crimson Banquet, Face Taker, Prison of Fire, Game of Death, Fortune Teller's Manor, and Flock of the Dead.
Ooh, good choice.
Those are all, those are all very creepy, terrifying. I understand the first two were Gulus driven. Nightly Procession is just such a fun episode. Sewn Lip Man really set the tone for what the show was going for. Crimson Banquet, I'm still upset that that's a Ruli episode that Hero just takes over.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great episode.
But they made up for it in this one.
Yeah, they did. They really did. They gave Ruri her shine back, I think. She kind of made up for it by facing Piemon down herself.
Yeah.
Like, amazing. Then again,
they're like, will I help? And she went, just go.
Yeah. Like, the other thing Ruli is just really cool for, like, even in Crimson Banquet, I mean, she smacked Vandemon in the face with her handbag.
Yes, she did.
She just clattered him with the handbag. So, like, Ruli's great. Like, I love Ruli as a character. She's definitely up there in, like, top female characters for this franchise. She's definitely up there. Those are the 10 episodes of the show I can say were good. Some others were okay. Some are meh and others are just bad. Worst episode of this show so far to me is Cursed Song.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more than fair. Give the episode a 1 because there's a reboot ending song.
Otherwise, it's a 0.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she was singing the song from the 2020 reboot. Yeah, one of the endings.
Yeah. Do you want to skip up to Pedge's other comment?
Yeah, we'll tackle them too. We'll do a twofer. So Pedja continues. Spoilers for episode 41. I think in future, guys, I don't mind the multiple comments, but maybe just keep them as a chain.
Yeah, like reply to your own comment.
Yeah. And it'll just be easier for us to sort. Not that there's much to go through here, but it's just it'll just look tidier. So continuing on then, spoilers for this episode 41. All right, this episode started really good, and I like that we got a lot of Circus Digimon, and Piemon was very good in this episode. But, like most of the Ghost Game episodes, this one was ruined by the last 2 minutes of the episode. I disagree, but I understand why you'd feel that way. It does have the formula sort of kick in at the end, but I think they dealt with it in a nice... to me, they dealt with it in a very pleasant way, and very... It doesn't make you feel like you got cheated out of the episode. Yeah. It's not Frozomon.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not Frozomon, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
That episode, though. I hate how Piemon just walked out in the end and turned those kids back.
That calls back to Phallusmon again for me, because he just turned all the statue people back. Yeah. Like, and Vampiremon turned all his vampire people back, didn't he?
Well, I think Vampiremon's was more, if you beat the master, the curse lifts.
They didn't kill him.
Did he turn them? Oh, he did. There was a whole line about, I'll turn them back, but I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Something like that,
yeah. Well, maybe not the Gadget part, but that's a whole different...
very strange thing for him to reference.
So, Vampireman, what did you get up to in the human world? Oh, this really old Western cartoon from the 90s called Inspector Gadget. It was kind of fun. Maybe I'll go out and get my own pet cat and just kidnaps Blacktailmon over. Oh, you have a package for me? You are the package. You are my cat now. But anyway.
That would be so cute. Had sorry, my brain was trying to say the wrong name there. But when he turned around to the chair, if Blacktailmon was just sitting there and he was petting him. Because he turned around real villain in the chair.
Mr. Amanokawa, pleasure to see you. I will take this rice cracker and eat it. God. Yeah, it's not even midnight. Yeah.
We've had 2 cans of Pepsi each.
Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Max.
Maximum taste, no sugar. Pay me, Pepsi. Anyway.
Digimon is one Digimon they shouldn't reason with. He should just be pure evil.
Again, different members of the same... We've kind of touched on this already.
Yeah, we've touched on all of this, yeah.
Even Mephistomon in this episode was treated like a waste. There's only so many Digimon to go around, so you try and get as many of you can in. You know,
there's too many Digimon to go around. That's the problem. So you can't fit them all in.
Yeah, so you maximize your TV time.
Yeah.
You know, that old adage, maximize your minutes. And one more thing, this episode right here should have started something for Ghost Game. We got the first mega enemy and he didn't even fight our main cast. Sometimes it just really hurts to see the show wasting good potential plots. I give this episode a 3.5. Could have easily been a 5 out of 5, but again, a wasted episode. Is it a waste, or is it just not what you want the show to do?
Yeah, I don't think it was a waste, because had they fought him, they'd all lose, and that's the end of the show.
Yeah. Because he is a dark master. He is a mega level Digimon.
Yeah, they'd all be cards, and that's the end.
That's it. You know, where do you go from there? So you have to have some sort of shenanigans.
Yeah, like it'd either be that, or something else would have to come in and save them.
Yeah.
Something bigger than them.
And that was the point I was just about to say. It was like an Adventure 99. And they all go back. The sky rips open and they all go back. And the Dark Masters all show up. And it's like, oh, well, we have Mega Level Digimon too. And they get trounced. And it's like, oh, the characters are dead now. No, Picklemon to the rescue. Pickle.
Yeah.
So like Picklemon comes in at the last minute and saves them and they all get away.
Yeah.
We have a Picklemon in this show, but this show doesn't do two-parters.
No.
And that's the only way you're getting around that, is if Piemon is a villain next week as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, they wouldn't, like...
For what they had and what they did...
And that would also make them look really weak as well. Like, we've seen them get stronger consistently. You don't want to throw them up against the Mega Level and just die and have someone else come to the rescue, because then what's the point of the kids?
Yeah, it might actually make you feel for Picklemon and they might kill him off next. Oh, wait, that's Adventure 99.
But not even Picklemon. I don't know, what's on here?
Oh, wait, no, he didn't. No, he did die. He sent them away in a bubble or something, didn't he? He showed up, tried to save them, and they killed him anyway. And he sent them away in a bubble. Yeah, look, I don't think this is something we're really ever going to see eye to eye on.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy the different viewpoints because it's nice to get a sense of, like, how the show is faring with different parts of the audience.
Yeah. Different demographics.
Different demographics and things like that. Yeah. So I always think that's fun, so it's never, we clearly don't really have a problem with how episodic the show is. We would like it to do a bit more, but the show isn't boring us. And I think there's a part of me waiting for that, where it's like, oh, this was just bad.
It really starts dragging, like the episodes just get, because like while they're filler, like we said, they always entertain us.
Yeah.
And you get the odd ending that we're like, ah, well, that just killed the fun.
Yeah.
But
Frozomon.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really bullying Frozomon tonight, but no, screw that episode.
Yeah. Great episode, bad ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get something like that, but it's when the show starts to actually drag for me.
Yeah.
Where we watch, say, 4 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh. Again?
Yeah. And that was a point we hit.
We did hit a little point
at
like that.
But that was like more at the start, I feel, because like I feel that was like, it started off really strong with Mount Stitch Man, Mystery of the Museum, and then Scribbles. And then we got Doll's Banner. Divine Anger was like the sort of the exception. But then we got Curse Song and we got Birds.
Yeah.
Like back to back. And it was like, oh, has the newness worn off? Have they, did they do too many cool things too quickly? And then Nightly Procession of Monsters happened. It was like, no, all is forgiven.
Yeah. Well, it's like we say, this show just goes through little lulls and then it seems to jump right back.
Yeah.
So when it starts going into a full-on lull, when it's consistently 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, like I'm the only one who's given it a 2 so far.
Yeah.
But when it starts doing that,
and that was Cursed Song.
Yeah. when it starts doing that, like it gets a bit. That's when it'll start to kind of go, okay, now I'm seeing where everyone else felt back at these episodes.
Yeah. Petra's saying, so will the final episode of the show be a Monster of the Week? Well, if you're theorizing we've another 40 episodes left, probably not.
Yeah,
like they can't
many
do this
now that have gone away.
Like 40 episodes is 3 seasons for some shows. Like these shows that have 13 episodes seasons. Like 40 episodes is a lot for some anime. And you could easily, come episode 45, do 46 to 80. Oh god, it's just plot every week. But the way you don't make it feel insignificant, like you just watch in the first 46, right? So you don't watch episode 1, episode 5, episode 10, 13, and 20, and then ignore everything else, is you have those episodes call back to stuff that's happened previously.
Yeah.
So that the world building continues and the plates keep spinning.
Yeah.
But if we have like another 40 odd episodes to go, in theory. Again, we've no concrete number at time of recording. Who's to say they don't just spend the next 40 episodes developing the plot, introducing the new Digivice? That's the other thing I want to talk about. We don't know when the Digivice VV is coming out.
Mm.
And I think that's what we have to look for, as much as I hate to say that. Because I hate merchandising. I hate the merchandising ending and its control over a show or a product sometimes. But I think an interesting thing to look for would be when we get a release date on the Digivice VV.
Yeah.
Because the Espimon Dim turned up the week before he turned up on the show.
Yeah.
The Angoramon and Jellymon Dims were the same the week before they turned up on the show. The Vital Bracelet V, the Digivice V, was with the Gamamon Dim the week before the show. Keep an eye on the merchandise, because I think that's very telling for when we can expect things to really change. At the moment, I could be completely wrong. Next week could be the start of something amazing. We don't know.
They could do Bracelet first in the show and then release it, because we've seen it in action.
Yeah.
So,
but Toei doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
This is why Sentai has sort of stagnated in the last couple of years, because they do the same thing. The toys are out to line up when the new Ranger or the new weapon or the new Zord or Mecha. It's all lined up. So episode with debut airs here, toy is on the shelf on Monday.
Yeah.
And so that's how Toei operates now. So there's none of that element of surprise or going, oh geez, that's a really cool thing. When can I buy it? Because Toei's answer is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like if if Jew Ranger, or what we know as Mighty Morphin, was done today, they Dragon Ranger would be gold or silver, because that's the only way they can do extra colors now. They're either gold or silver. God damn it, I hate Sarah. And he would have debuted 5 weeks into the show, because they wouldn't have been able to hold their piss on selling them a new colored Morpher.
Yeah.
They just where I think in the original show, it's a good 20. He comes in, I think, not middle of the show, but not right at the start.
Yeah.
You know, there's a good distance where you get to know the main 5, and then it's suddenly, oh, there's a 6th one.
Yeah.
And he hates you. But modern day Toei wouldn't be able to hold their piss.
Yeah.
He'd debut 5 weeks in, because they want to sell more toys.
Yeah.
We need more series taking their time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's one thing we're enjoying with this, that it's not all condensed into 13 episodes or 26 episodes.
Yeah.
Like most shows, because then you just get all plot and no breather, and then it's over, and then you forget about it.
Yeah. I'm just curious.
But,
Yeah, 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was a villain from episode 17 to 22. Where again, modern day show, he'd be in episode 5. And he'd be gold or silver.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to do non-gold and silver colors as extra Rangers anymore. Oh, but he's special. It's like, is he gold or silver? Both. Oh, yay. Modern Sentai annoys me.
Anyway, back to comment.
Yeah, sorry. I went off on a bit of a tangent.
That's okay, but it was a tangent that was relevant.
So anyway, 5 out of 5 such a waste. Oh yeah, okay. So we'd finished off on the comment itself, and I think a lot of the points here we've addressed because they've already come up in chat. And it's again,
we've gone on a tangent about something, but I've clearly blinked and missed it. What are we on about?
Never mind, Yami. Never mind. So we'll move on to Clatter's comment then.
Yeah,
And
Justin said, now we know we're going to get more Ranger keys.
oh yeah, from so the 30th, was it the 30th? Yeah, the 30th anniversary show. Gokaiger. So they're the pirate themed ones, and their powers come from using keys that hold the powers of all the past rangers, and they put them into their thing, and then they become those rangers.
Okay.
So every couple of years now, because the show has obviously gone on since,
Yeah.
they'll do like a collection set of everything since.
Yeah.
So that if they bring the Gokaiger back for another anniversary or a crossover or something, they can tap into new powers and sell more merch. But I will say, I'm super happy. The part of me that sort of goes, maybe don't rely on that. Maybe don't rely on that one too much. But A, Gokaiger was super popular. I understand why. But B, we're getting Akiba Ranger keys legitimately, and Akiba Ranger gears for the new anniversary show, the 40th anniversary show. Because it's kind of a similar gimmick, except instead of keys, they're gears, and they put them into the gun, and then they wind it up, and they shoot, and they get power, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But Akiba Ranger is an unofficial product. Like, it's an officially unofficial product.
Right.
So it's never referenced. Like, they've gone out of their way, that never happened. So when they did release keys for Akiba Ranger initially, they were too big to fit in the...
Okay.
So it locked them out because they were just too big to go into the thing. But now they've done proper sized ones, and they've also done a gear, because in a recent movie, there was a gear for Akiba Ranger, and turned up and went, yeah, this exists. They actually acknowledged the existence of Akiba Ranger, and my heart grew 3 sizes that day. So as much as I'm like, yeah, okay, here we go, another year, another key set. They're doing keys I want now, so it's okay. I'm a hypocrite.
I think there's a Gokai Gold key, I think.
The Gokai Gold key? Oh, yeah, because in this anniversary season, well, no, because we're a year removed from the anniversary season, their 6th, because it was a reference season, their Gold Ranger, his outfit was basically a gold version of the pirate season, which was also an anniversary season.
Yeah.
So it was a callback to a callback, basically. So him getting his own key, yeah, as the unofficial 7th Gokaiger, because they already have a silver one. Yeah, that checks out.
We'll have to go all the way back and chat as well.
We will. So Clatter's comment then says, thanks guys. Thanks for always giving everyone a heart in the comments, Adam and Meg. Oh, thank you. You guys don't have to, but you do every time. Much thanks. And have it again. This episode really pulls off the horror vibes with the spirals. My heart honestly went out to not only the dog and cat that got the spiral. Oh god, yeah, remember that cat?
Yeah.
Oh, the cat was dead. The cat was just so dead. That got the spiral treatment, but also Rin and her family too.
Oh, her dad, brother.
Yeah.
The man of that house, he was really scary. His head and his neck were just ugh.
The whole small conflict between Gamma and Hero felt unnecessary fussing to me, since this episode could have been done better without actually having Hero and Jellymon solve the conflict. Then again, Hero and Jellymon's bond strength wouldn't at all be enough to get to Thetismon, or have Gammamon come into conflict with Angoramon or Jellymon over something that Gammamon needs to apologize for. Yeah, like, I mean, I get where you're coming from on that. Again, like, this show's version of the Digimon runs away from home episode. You know, and it's a trope that the franchise leans into, on occasion. So I don't know, like, I liked the conflict because we've been sort of building, like, it's not something that gets too much focus, but it is an aspect of the world building and the continued, like, Gamamon, don't eat this.
Yeah.
They're like, that has been a running thing.
Yeah.
That is not food. Don't eat my Roomba. Don't eat my tablet. That's,
It's always been a thing.
It's always been a thing, and now it's happened, and Gamamon's being a child because he is a baby.
Yeah.
And then he had to go off and be away from Hero and learn that, like, oh, I was wrong. I should really apologize.
He's a child having a strop.
Exactly.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, fun.
Oh, God.
Bots. Oh, God, the bots. Kill them all.
This is all I've been doing all day. Work was full of bots as well.
Tired of being alone, but I'm not alone. I have the chat, and I have Meg.
I'm right here.
And we have PAmon behind us. Stupid bots don't know what they're on about.
I timed them. Oh yeah, I can't ban them, so
You should be able to.
hide user on this channel, but I can't do runs away from home. Looks at Impmon.
Yeah, basically. Impmon was the extreme on that one. I only like bots if they're meta bots.
We have a little one of those over there.
We do. We have a little meta bee on the shelf, and I have my doggo behind me. Aww, give the doggo scritches, please. But Keith Pickett, welcome to the chat.
Yeah, Keith had a question earlier.
Oh,
actually.
Okay.
That's why I was saying we need to go back in the chat.
Oh, okay.
He said, so are there any Ghost Game episodes that you think would have benefited from being 2-part episodes or no?
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are a good couple.
Do you want
not off the top of my head right now.
Contagion Island, maybe.
That, yeah, we were saying that when we were watching it. Had they... turning into one.
Ryudamon.
Oh yeah, had they done something where he was like fighting someone and he was going up to attack someone?
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but
it was the girl. It was
no, it was after that, I think.
Oh.
I can't really remember. But I mean I can, but I can't remember what I was
Okay.
What part I was going for. But anyway, had they split that? Even on the ferry over, that part where he's like, he's like turning and he's like, I'm gonna get them, and then he's like, no, I won't.
Yeah,
something like that. Had it ended on oh, he's got them, and then to the next week, then they defeat him whatever way, and like we said, put in more about Ryudamon at the start. Maybe how it happened, or
maybe, yeah, like it's
how he actually came to Gamamon.
So let's see, Contagion Island. Whispers. No.
No. Betamon does not.
The Betamon doesn't get it.
Betamon doesn't get more time.
Stugigiri was fine. Bad Influence was fine. Monster Pollen was fine. Face Snatcher. Maybe the Splashmon episode? Then again, I think that wrapped up nicely enough. It's weird. It's difficult because I'm going back and looking at the previous episodes and I'm sort of looking at them going, well, no, that one was fine.
I would have liked more time with Arukenimon, but
well, that's for a different reason. You wanted more time with Arukenimon for a different reason. It's also Divine Anger, Curse Song, Birds, Aggie Procession, no, Warped Time. Maybe that one, because Clockmon just gets redeemed.
Yeah.
Maybe something else to happen there.
Yeah, what did we give that? We gave that a 4.
It was a good episode.
It was.
Like, it looked like Clockmon was going to die there for a second. Because Betel was, he had got hoist on his own petard.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Death, no. Kamaitachi, no. Chain Letter, they haven't addressed it since. Executioner, no, because that needs the shock value of just being its own episode.
Yeah.
Zakishi Warashi, no. Fortune Teller's Manor, No, I think that's fine on its own. The man-eating forest. They go camping. Cherrymon's eating people. It's fine.
That's more of a...
Freezing Hell probably could have benefited from it.
It could
because
have.
the ending comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
If you had another episode to build up to that, where you see Frozomon's friends sort of doing things,
that it's actually affecting them before he goes all horror movie.
Yeah.
So we kind of see why he goes all horror movie.
Yeah, there's other ways around that episode.
Like, had we seen them just, suffering in the forest next to it or whatever, and then he came along and was doing whatever, and then it connected with the shitty ending, it might not have been so shitty.
Maybe not. Yeah, Freezing Hell could have done with another episode just for the pacing. The Land of Children. No, the Witching Hour probably could have done with one. Because Picklemon just changes on a dime on that one.
Yeah.
Prison of Fire was fine by itself. The Spider's Temptation. Nightmare on Digi Street was fine. I think it encapsulated on its own. Moaning Bug. My problem with that episode is still we don't know anything about that Morphomon and how it was captured.
Had there been more time, maybe we would.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. A lot of these episodes don't need two-parters. They just need 10 minutes more screen time.
Yeah.
That's the problem with a lot of these episodes. It's not that a second part would help them out, more so just an extra 10 minutes of runtime.
Yeah. Pay me $50 and I'll rewrite any episode you want into a full-length story.
I don't doubt. Twisted Love, no. The recap episode just needs to not exist.
Yeah,
it wasn't really a recap.
That was such a waste.
That was a waste. You want to talk about wasted episodes?
I mean, he was great.
Oh yeah, Naoto was amazing.
I could listen to him talk all day, but it wasn't a recap.
Yeah, Velvet Grandpa is amazing.
What should we call him? Jazz Grandpa?
Jazz Grandpa, yeah. Crimson Banquet. Again, it's less that they need two-parters, but they just an extra 10 minutes of runtime would help a lot of these episodes. Cannibal Mansion is fine. Beauty Serum is...
That was okay.
It's a fine episode.
Crimson Banquet could have worked as a two-parter. And
maybe Crimson Banquet as a two-parter. Build up Vamdemon. Maybe give Dracmon a bit more screen time before he's just brushed off.
Yeah.
Face Snatcher is fine on its own. Monster Pollen is fine. Bad Influence is fine. Sujigiri is fine, I think.
Bad Influence?
I don't think that episode needed... I think that a Bad Influence did what it set out to do. That's why we gave it a 5.
Yeah.
That's why we gave it a 5.
Yeah, I think it's just because I liked it so much. I'm like, stretch that out a bit, but...
The Betsumon episode, can die in a fire. Although we gave it a 5. Like it's a creepy episode for different reasons. Whispers of the Dead. I
don't think it exactly needed it, but that would have been fun had it ended maybe when... Who was it?
Which?
In Whispers of the Dead. One that's chasing...
Oh God!
I can't remember its name.
Yeah,
mask.
With them.
Where are you?
No, that doesn't help. Oh, it was Hanuman or something, wasn't it? It was the boomerang monkey. The tribal mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Hanuman.
Yeah, I think chasing him around the city that he was in.
Yeah.
Could have been stretched out, and then with the "I got you," ended on that where he's caught in the box.
Yeah. Okay.
And then maybe stretch it out with Mommymon and all that in the next episode.
Yeah. Wall Crawler was fine.
I like it because it's a horror show. It should have some more scary endings.
Yeah, there should be like, oh no, how is Kyoshiro going to get out of this situation?
Yeah, tune in next week,
Yeah. But I don't think it needs it like there's only certain episodes that I think have gone, yeah, that would work. Others are genuinely just 10 minutes runtime would have just given them pacing, because it's less to do with needing an extra episode and more just to fix the pacing of some episodes. Wallcrawler was fine. Werewolf was great. Labyrinth of Grief,
no,
that didn't know. Herd of the Dead, no, that did everything it needed to do in the time it had. The Diviner was fine. Contagion Island is of the most recent episodes. Contagion Island is the only one that I go, yeah, second part would have been nice just to flesh things out.
Yeah, because Ryudaman was just like, I did like how it started, and it was just
I like that it starts in media res, but just giving a few more minutes or just an extra episode's worth of runtime to developing that all a bit more, so it doesn't feel rushed.
Even to do like when they're making Ryudaman remember who he is, maybe flash back to how he met them and how it came about and who he is exactly.
Because in that we only really see him transform in an alley. We don't really see his interactions with Yukimon.
Yeah, we don't even know how it happened.
Yeah, and we don't see
suddenly turns into one, and that's it. That's the episode.
And we don't see him go to Hero for help or hear about Hero. He doesn't. He's just in the dorm room.
Yeah, Gamamon already just has him there, and that's it.
Yeah,
and like that was fine for the runtime they have.
Yeah,
but had they had more time with it, that would have worked.
See, I think the problem as well is like this is all great, but the two-parters have to be plot focused as well. They can't just be cliffhangers for cliffhangers' sake. So
but I think that would work for some of them. Again, with it claiming to be a horror show. You got to end on something scary to get people to go, oh, I want to see more. How did they get out of this? And then you're worried for a week.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're not wrong. I just feel because the episodes are very... There's no overarching plot as of yet. That I almost feel like the... But again, if potentially we have another 40 episodes, there is time for them to do this. But they've said from the start they want everything to be self-contained. And the bots are back. Sorry, guys. It's a good thing PAmon is blocking the chat.
Yeah. But at least they're not saying weird things like they did before.
Oh, yeah.
They're saying something about sisters or something last time. I don't know. I closed the chat. Okay.
Having a bad influence is fine. Hero you. No. I'm not that crazy. After doing the weekly drawings of Digimon, should I go rewrite the episodes? I mean, if you want. I mean, it's an interesting project to take on. One thing I forgot to mention in my comment, the reason why Ghost Game is weird to me is because every season of Digimon by this point would have some plot or major villain or something up. This one is not. I mean, that's...
Yami, I agree.
Yeah, Yami, I agree.
Well, that's what we are doing. We're theorizing about, like, you think there's going to be Black or Greymon, and they're like we're talking about the likes of Vamdemon and Felismon and those coming back, or building an army behind the scenes, or just coming up with plans. So there's lots to theorize on. It's just, and then the show will drop something and we kind of go, oh, it might be this way, and create more theories. But we're at a little stage now where we need a little bit more of a breadcrumb. More than a breadcrumb, sorry.
I'm gonna go back to Clatter's comment. Because we kind of just went off answering Keith's question there.
But
okay. So
Botsmon is back.
Oh, Jesus.
Botsumon.
Can we not? Okay. All right, so I'm going to read the comments and only the comments. So, oh yeah, because we were saying apologize for it. Yeah, So it was like sort of the runaway from home episode, and we've been, again, as we were just saying, like we were kind of just building this. Like eventually Gamamon was going to eat something, and I'm kind of glad that they didn't play it off as a, oh, Gamamon, oh, fine, I guess I need a new tablet, because they've kind of done that with his phones. He'll eat the phone and go, oh, now I need a new phone. But there's been nothing. Like, this is the first time I think we've seen Gamamon have consequences, and then he has a strop because he's a baby. And yes, I personally think they did it fine, but I could totally see them going about it the way Clatter suggests as well, and keeping the conflict maybe within the group. But then you don't get Rin, and you don't get Gamamon like being with another human and her sort of giving him the courage to say sorry. Because Jellymon's a brat. She'd be like, no, I destroy Kyoshiro's stuff all the time.
Yeah, she'd be no good in this situation. And she'd be like, fight him more.
Yeah, she'd be egging him on.
You're the boss.
Yeah, and Angoramon, I think, is a bit too grown up for Gamamon to get.
Yeah.
He'd be just like another, why should I say sorry?
Yeah.
You need
he's too much of an adult. Yeah, exactly. He needed another child.
Yeah.
To show him. Yeah, sorry.
Like he needed another child, as you took the words out of my mouth, to say, to teach him why he was wrong. So I think I really do like the way they went about the episode.
Yeah, it was kind of showing him that, not just him getting in trouble with Hero, it's something that all kids do. Yeah. They all do something bad and then they say sorry, and then,
Yeah, and and a lot of times then that's the apology is good, and then you have to show that you're sorry by not doing it again.
Yeah.
It's not just that it's not just that you're sorry, you have to show that you are, that you don't like what you did.
Yeah.
So then moving on to Ataro's comment, Digimon Ghost Game episode 40, Gamamon performs conversion therapy. Holy shit! Wow!
Yeah, I mean, we didn't say exactly that on the show, but...
I did. What?
You didn't say that.
Well, I said he drilled her straight.
Yeah, that's what I mean, you didn't bring that up. Exactly.
Well, no, those words.
Those words, yeah.
No. Jesus. A bit extreme.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
But also not wrong.
Yeah. Like, was in a Twitter thread I seen about the episode, sort of like just commenting on the scene, sort of like live tweeting the show. And they're like, unsure if homophobic. I don't think that was the intent.
Yeah.
But it could certainly be interpreted that way.
Yeah. We certainly interpreted that way, yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's oh my god. Like, just with the angles, and like she was literally moaning.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, it was such a wild episode last week. Like, it's a 5 out of 5 for all the innuendos and the fun you can have with it.
Yeah, it's so funny because the contrast to that is the baby having a problem. This child is having a problem and this woman is out here. I can't even say it.
Hold on, I just need to kill the mic for a second. Okay, sorry about that. So Ataro then goes on to say, I was too busy participating in the Splatfest to watch the episode live. Speaking of which, I noticed Calamaramon had the spiky lower tooth thing Ink and Octolings have. Was that a thing in Frontier too? Does that make her an Inkling? These are important questions. I kind of forgot to bring it up last week, but I do think it's like kind of hilarious, and it's obviously in no way intentional. Like, there wasn't like scheduling allegiances or anything, because they would promote that stuff. But I do think it's funny that on the weekend that we got the demo for Splatoon 3, that the episode deals with a giant Kraken woman.
Yeah. Oh no, the mic. We turned it off for a second.
Yeah, no, we turned it off for a second, just because
Back on, right?
it should be back on. Hello? Yeah, it's okay,
Yeah,
it's there.
it's there.
Yeah, no, sorry. I had to say something to Meg that I didn't want picked up on the recording. Let's just leave it at that. Gotta love coincidences. Exactly, yeah. No, it was just, you couldn't have timed it outside of a promotional thing,
Yeah.
you know? But, what else was I? I mean, she is a giant kraken, and in Splatoon 1, one of the super weapons was a kraken. It was just invincible. You were just invincible, and it could break shields and things.
Is she a kraken, or is she just a giant?
No, I think the she's meant to be a giant kraken.
Okay.
Because her baby form is like a aqua lady thing.
Okay. Ah, yes. Oh, she's not like a baby squid.
No.
Oh, she's one of those people from Zelda.
Yeah, she's kind of like a Zora. Yeah, that's
one, yeah.
Yeah, now that you say it, yeah, like Ranamon is kind of like a Zora. But then she just turns into a giant kraken.
Like you can see kind of squiddy features. Like the thing on her head looks like the point, but yeah. Cute.
And then just for the bottom half of the body.
Yeah.
You know, so it is meant to be a kraken.
Not enough teeth.
Well, no. Well, they had to fit. They had to fit the womanly body in there somewhere. So, but yeah, coincidences are fun. Yeah, like Fiend Kraken from Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a crack in your armor. There was in Splatoon 1. Goddamn Krakens are ruining my fun. Hold on. Since we're on the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh! Tonight.
What's a Pokemon?
So there's Fiend Kraken from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
Oh wow, he was even in the original Bandai game. That's wild. And the design didn't really change between versions of the game. That's the Konami version, that's the Bandai version.
And look, he's rainbow colored and he changed to a plain boring color.
Don't you dare. Don't start. That's no. What is it No. No, I'm not entertaining that one. Fucking gay krakens are being turned into vanilla normies.
Gay kraken.
Any fucking way. Before we oh yeah, this show is for kids. Well, ours isn't. God Lord. No, I want to believe that's the holographic foil getting caught on the scanner. But you know what? Just for the chat's sake, I'll pop it on screen. Yeah, I will. Oh.
That's
right.
a web.
Oh.
There you go. Other one a web?
I don't know. I'll find out in a sec. So, here was Bandai's Fiend Kraken. Right? There's Bandai's Fiend Kraken. Here is Konami's Fiend Kraken. So they yeah.
Yeah, you see what I mean, chat?
It also got decreased from a 5-star monster to a 4.
fabulous enough anymore.
It wasn't no. When it went vanilla, it wasn't as powerful, apparently. God damn.
Your goddamn made them whole mic turn red.
Yeah, if the audio spiked, I am sorry. Also known as devil kraken in Japanese. Yeah, that happens a lot. Anyway. Yeah, a lot of people don't know Yu-Gi-Oh! Was rebooted. Yeah, I mean, the Bandai game... Have you ever looked into the Bandai game? All the rules are written on every card.
All the rules?
Yeah, like it didn't come... Like, it came... You could only... I think you could get them in... Like the Cardass machines, so they're like gacha machines. You put your 100 yen in, you turn the dial, and you get a card. Like, but there was no starter deck or box or anything like that. So there was no pamphlet with how to play the game.
Yeah.
So if I go back to that Bandai one for a second, right, and I actually I can just bring it back up here. Right, so if I bring just look at I might bring this back up for a second, right. You see this little box here beside the attack and defense that has a 5 on it? That is rule number 5 on how to play the game.
Oh wow!
So they're so you have to like have a full set to even have an idea on how the game worked.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
Yeah.
There was no rhyme or reason to how the Bandai game worked.
Like, I mean, I understand from their point of view because they make all the money. But like, surely they like.
So when Konami started...
How long would it take you to get a whole deck?
It's very dumb, yeah. So
like, when... Go back, you have the chance of getting the same one several times because other people have got them in the meantime.
Yeah. So when Konami took over the game, they made it the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game to dissuade people from buying the Bandai game and cards. And then they came up with something resembling a card game, which is why the early sets are so stupidly broken. And the game has now so much power creep to try and fix what the original power creep was. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Has an interesting history. Like, it's like it was never meant to be a card game anime. The card game was only ever meant to be one chapter of the manga.
I'm sorry, but I just realized the episode that we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. Oh, totally intentional. I knew what I was doing.
Oh, yeah, we could. Yeah, the episode title is Yu-Gi-Oh! Themed as well.
Yeah. Oh, I knew what I was doing.
Oh.
Right.
Are there more comments? Or was that the last
there
one?
are. No, we're nearly there. I think it's Justin and Yami.
Yeah.
Okay. So... Justin says in his comment from last week, "Oh dear Lord, this episode was disturbing. In the show, it didn't seem so bad, but I think the writers kind of wanted to make me feel uncomfortable by watching because Calamaramon going guru 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 and twisting everything up didn't seem so bad in the show. But from a realistic point of view, she pretty much caused mass genocide. They should be all dead and or dying. This is true. If what happened to Espimon's arm happened to mine, I'm more than sure it would be broken in several places." It is strange that every time Kano Weissmon appears on screen, I'm on the edge of my seat because of the time limit always being a problem, and not knowing when it's going to happen is exciting. I think that adds to the danger. Yeah, like they didn't focus on it last week, but they did show the Digivice lighting up red and then Kano Weissmon de-digivolving. You know, so they are keeping that plot point there. But again, it did come after Dragonia. So I wonder if there is something to that theory that it's more of a power expenditure than it is kind of a timer or Kano Weissmon trying to evolve further.
That makes sense.
Pendulum summoning can go burn in hell. Pendulum summoning when it first came out, yeah, sure. Because they had to remake the game mat twice for pendulum summoning. So with Yu-Gi-Oh, you always had the original your playmat in front of you. You had your 5 slots for your monster cards. Under that then your 5 slots for your spells and traps. Beside that you had 1 slot for your extra deck, so your fusions, your synchros, all of that. And then on the other side you had your deck. And then above that, you had the graveyard and the field spell stuff, right? So pendulum summoning came along, and pendulum summon monsters, they have literal scale numbers on them. So if they have a 1, some have a 1, some have a 10, some have a 14, whatever, right? Card numbers don't go that high. I'm probably exaggerating on that one. But so they go at the very least, they go from 1 to 10. So when pendulum summoning first came out, they expanded the board so that in between where the spell and trap, so on either side of the spell and trap card zone, so outside, but in between where your extra deck would go and where the main deck would sit, you had 2 extra slots.
Right.
And they were your pendulum summoning zones. So you set up your pendulum. A monster with a scale 1 goes on one side, or 2 or 3 or whatever, and a monster with a scale 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 goes on the other side. And once that scale is set up, you can summon as much as you like, as long as the monsters you're summoning are within those numbers. So if I have a 1 and a 10, I'm allowed to summon as much as the board will allow, levels 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
You could just spam the field, have 5 summons at once, and then link those into other summons and keep going. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Special summoning, there's no limit on how many you can do in a turn. You can literally just keep going.
Yeah.
It broke the game. Absolutely tore it apart. So when the next rule set came out, they had to bring the board back down, get rid of the dedicated pendulum zones, and move them into the spell and trap card zone. Right. So you either get to play 5 spell and trap cards or 2 pendulums and 3 spell and traps.
Yeah.
The pendulum summoning, when it first came out, completely broke the game. Because you could just keep going because pendulum summon doesn't have a limit. Now, technically, you can do the same thing now, but your resources in between those are so much more limited because of it. So you don't have these 2 extra spaces where you can be combining all these special summons and playing all these spells on top of it.
Yeah.
It's pendulum summon's a nightmare.
The way you've described that before you read the chat there, it reminds me of that. Is it from a bridge where he's like, well, I summoned this card and I summoned that card and I summoned this card, and it ends with I summon your mother.
Yeah, that's from a bridge, obviously. Yeah.
But I just, while you're saying that and you can summon this, and all I can hear is them going back and forth. I summon this and I summon that and I summon this and I summon that.
That's basically what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how myself and Reiko kind of joke that like Yu-Gi-Oh is now a game about not letting your opponent play.
Yeah.
That's what pendulum summon initially was.
Yeah.
Like, because I have a scale of 1 to 9, I can summon as many 2 to 8s as I want, and they can synchro summon, they can fusion summon, they can Xyz summon. Those are the black cards, Xyz. I still think it's meant to be Exceed, because you're going beyond. But no, apparently it's Xyz, and it's spelled XYZ.
Oh.
Yeah. So I always thought it was Exceed summon.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
But then when they remade the game again, when they remade the board again to accommodate link summoning, they broke special summoning further. So either player's side of the board now has 2 monster spaces in between the monster zones. And if you special summon, I don't know if the game has changed since, but the last time I checked in on it, if you special summon, whether it's fusion or synchro or Xyz, it has to go in that single monster space.
Yeah.
Right? And you're not allowed special summon again on the spaces underneath it. Unless you're playing a link monster. Because link monsters have arrows. So you have to summon a link monster into that space, and then, because you've got a link monster on the board, then you can put fusions and Xyzes and things in your original 5 monster zones. I don't know if they've changed that again since, but the last time I played the game, it was just like, this is more complicated than it needs to be. I understand that you broke the game, but now you're compensating too much.
Yeah.
And that was kind of where I checked out. I was like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm kind of done now. I'm okay. The game has gone beyond just being reasonably playable.
Yeah.
Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is no longer a game you can sit down and go, I'll teach you the rules in 5 minutes and we'll have a couple of mock games and you'll be grand.
Yeah.
Now you need an encyclopedia. They changed it again. You can summon all the monsters in the main monster zones again. except for links and pendulums. Yeah, so they've changed it again since. So they realized that idea was awful and went back on that again.
Yeah. And if you get rid of them, guess what? Pendulum monsters can come back.
Oh yeah, pendulum monsters can re-summon themselves. That was the other thing. So, I kind of want to wrap this up. As much fun as I'm having,
Yeah.
the bots are pissing me off. So I kind of want to wrap it up so we don't have to deal with any more bots. But I am more than happy to keep this conversation going in the Discord. So by all means, if you haven't joined our Discord yet, get your asses over there. Please.
Yeah.
Pretty please with sugar on top. There, I'm being polite. So anyway, back to Justin's comment.
Yeah.
So time being a problem, Hokuto adds to the danger. Okay. And I guess I was right on Espimon knowing Hokuto, but to be honest, I really wonder how much of a moron Espimon is, because what he's looking for is right in front of him. And at the end of it all, he says, "Okay, I'm gonna look for a Monokawa hero." And then when Hiro and Gamamon go home, you see Espimon sitting in the chair and having a snack, going, "You're late." I wonder if that's going to lead to. I give this episode a 4 for making me uncomfortable. Yeah. And my favorite character is Espimon because of the strange scene with his teeth. Oh god, yeah, when he reformed, he had like 6 teeth.
Yeah.
It was so weird. Hey AJ, imagine if Calamaramon went to Bikini Bottom and came across Fred the Fish from SpongeBob and went Guru Guru on his leg. Oh, my leg! Oh, that someone has to have drawn that, right? That has to have been an idea someone else has had as well. But Jesus, guru 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 guru. That's how the episode ended. I'm just an interpretation on the episode's actual ending. Anyway, so Yami's comment. Cool. So this will be the last comment on the previous week's episode that we'll get through tonight, and then we'll get ready to wrap up and get out of the and get out of bot hell. So, Piedmon just screwed the rules. He didn't though. He could have. If we wanted a more villainous Piedmon, he could have very well gone, "This is a magic deck. I control what the cards are." And Rory using the heart of the cards to still win, I'd have still been okay with. Because you could run a whole thing where Piemon's magic can't account for human willpower and determination or some nonsense, right? If it works for Yu-Gi-Oh, it can work for Digimon. Anyway. So, Yami says, "I shall add to your potentially longest comment section, yet loneliest chat, and it still took nearly an hour to get to the actual episode." Did it?
It did.
Wow.
It did.
Okay.
We were just
having fun.
bullshitting on.
Yeah. I love it. I love that we do these episodes and reviews, right? But I think it's no longer the crux of the show.
Yeah.
Like, we can just come on here and blab about anything and then get to the episode and then go back to just talking bollocks.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always wanted this to be. And that's so that shows progress in the format and the presentation of the show. That's no longer so "Hi, thanks for watching. Let's get into the episode. This is what I thought of the episode. Okay, thanks. Follow my billion social media accounts. Okay, thanks. Bye." Because that was when the show was pre-recorded. Basically because it was a one-person show as well. That's really what it was.
Yeah.
It was, "Hi, I'm reviewing episode 31 of Digimon 2020 this week. It sucked. Here's the comment section. Follow Twitter. Okay, thanks. Bye." Now it's a conversation. This is what I love about the live format. We go back and forth with the chat. We go back and forth. There's a bit of there's excitement, there's cursing, there's cringe, there's nonsense, there's it's like a soup of things.
Yeah.
And I kind of enjoy what we do more now. And here's the thing, right? as much as I detest 2020, and I think rightfully so, and that's the reason we don't talk about it unless super chats are involved now. Going back to the dub of the show with a co-host is either going to reinforce my thoughts or change them completely.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Dub might do that as well if they change up things.
If they make things make a bit more logical sense.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what happens when the show is actually good. And then we don't have to look at it, then we don't have to talk about Taichi and Yamato for 20 minutes. Oh, hold on. I should I can't download videos from Discord, can I?
No.
Actually I shouldn't have to. It might just be on the drive. Hold on. Just on that. Just give me a second here. Because I would have had to... oh no, because I think I downloaded like a full episode and then just narrowed down the segment I wanted. So hold on a sec. Give me another minute of your time here, chat. I've got something fun for you.
You just talked about it. Ban yourself.
yeah, I know, right? Well, I mean, look, we have to mention the elephant in the room on occasion, but I think as long as we don't get into debates about it, it's fine. I think getting into debates about it is what... Oh God, what was that?
What was that?
I heard a chime.
Oh, it's all behind. I can't see what it is.
I'll give you 30 seconds. Oh God. My alerts. Why are my alert? Oh, PAmon's hiding the alerts.
Oh no.
Hold on, I can go to Streamlabs directly and see what that was. I think that was a subscription. Whoever subscribes to the channel, thank you so much. We always appreciate that. Yeah, Keith. Keith.
Keith, thank you.
Thank you so much, Keith. Really appreciate the follow there. Sorry, it's a subscription over here on YouTube.
Pay up, you spoke the cursed words, but you're paying yourself. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, I'm just paying me. Okay, I think this is the thing I need. I'm just uploading that into the Google Drive now so I can download it, because it's a very bad quality, and I will eventually get out my DVD and do it right. But for now,
Bandit Keith subscribed.
Bandit Keith. It helps with the Yu-Gi-Oh theming of this week's episode. That would happen, doesn't it?
Well, there goes the 30 seconds.
Yeah,
show it.
Well, I have it now. Trust me, you're gonna prefer this over me doing the pants joke every week. So
this is the new pants, is it?
Yeah, this might be the new pants. Where is my... God, Google, where is my download? It's just this out there. Okay, hold on.
What the hell format is that?
Oh, does it just not does it not recognize the format? Oh, is it because it was edited within my phone's video editor? Oh.
What? I'm sorry, the name of this bot is hilarious.
Jesus Christ! Right, I'll have to fix it for next week. Just the file, OBS doesn't recognize the file format, but basically, I have the "What's a Parents" clip. So I actually finally have that. It's in the Discord, because Discord recognized the file format, I guess, but because it was edited within my phone's own video editor and not a specific like Power Director kind of thing, it didn't save as an MP4. So OBS doesn't know what a 3pp video file is. So gomenna sorry, I guess. So yeah. Anyway. So going back to Yami's comment, so we can actually get away from these bots. Again with the Tamers bashing, is there more to Tamers than there is more to Tamers than the D Reaper? Like Impmon's Solid Arc and Jury Arc is just messed up. in a messed up, trippy way. The try has Matt randomly want to go to space after being inspired by Daigo's dying words about always going up or something, and he just randomly concludes space after seeing a book on a shelf or something on the news when told. Yeah, I mean, Taichi was inspired by Daigo telling him to always move forward. And Yamato's the whole thing was Taichi's going forward, I guess I'll go up. Yeah. And that's it. That was it. You know, and then it's still like the least one. It's still the one I look at and go, yeah, this one just didn't fit at all.
Yeah.
But the two things associated with Matt are cooking and music. Yeah, astronaut is still such a nonsensical, out of nowhere response. And I think at the time of the Adventure 02 epilogue, it was meant to be that sort of whimsy, Gabumon's in space. I think it was more so for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they weren't thinking about having to have this make sense 20 years later with a new story. It was just that sort of, I want to be a fireman when I grow up. I want to be an astronaut. You know, it was kind of showing he grown up. Maybe music wasn't a real career. Because again, I don't want to be stereotypical or anything, but Japan might not see music as a. Then again, they have a whole idol culture, but and
bands and rock bands kind of like that's always portrayed in media as like the losers or the deadbeats.
Yeah,
they cling on to their music,
and Joe's whole thing was becoming a doctor and and keeping up family values. Kind of Sora's whole thing as well. That's why she went from soccer player to flower arranger.
But it at least makes sense if one of his parents had something to do with space.
Yeah, like both of his parents were like journalists.
Yeah.
So him going to space, like Takaru becoming a writer makes sense because of that. His parents were journalists. But Yamato going to space just seems because it was a whimsical, they won't see this coming.
Yeah.
What would be a fun thing? Let's put him in space.
Dinosaurs are space.
Yeah, basic. Yeah. I think that's what it comes down to. Yeah, dinosaurs in space. Kids love space. Gotta go to space. Space.
Now kids want to be TikTok celebrities. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They'd be on TikTok if it was.
We said that last week as well. Yeah. Anyway, so the two things associated with Matt are cooking and music. Astronaut is still such a nonsensical, out of nowhere response. Seriously, they should have had a pun on the Hard Rock Cafe chain and have Matt be the owner or a head chef there. That would have been so much fun. Yeah, you could have called it the Soul Reflecting River. I'm sorry. Anyway, the biggest disappointment with this episode. So back to Calamarimon. The actual spirals were not involved. So these are the spirals from Re-Arise. Thought did occur though. Espimon being a Digimon would make sense for it to be literal and for him to apply it to humans. Oh, well, yeah. The thought that for Espimon, like, I guess Hokuto telling him, oh, he's the spitting image of me.
Yeah.
For Espimon to take that literally as a Digimon, because Digimon of the same species all look the same.
Yeah.
Applied from humans. After all, Espimon meets another Espimon. Oh, okay, yeah. So Yami says it as well. Yeah. They aren't going to look any different. That's a good way of thinking of it, and I do like the logic behind that, because, again, members of the same species of Digimon are going to look the same, unless you're Taichi's Agumon versus Masaru's Agumon, who is bigger and wears training straps and, has a frog nose. As he's a lot more rounder to how much more angular Taichi's Agumon is. So yeah, that actually checks out. I don't think we had considered that. So yeah, no, that's actually really cool, Yami. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Jellymon is the first and currently only partner to be used by all three tamers, and that child is going to need some serious therapy. Would the physical living creatures also have snapped in two like the posts if they kept getting twisted? Rather disturbing if that was it. I was like, that cat was dead. Like, the dog as well, but mostly the cat. Like, the cat was already haggard and shaggy as it was.
Yeah.
Like, that cat was already half dead. But, oh, God. I'm going to give this episode a 3.5. It was an average ep overall, and Ruli was in it. but for all of 2 seconds at the start to say she couldn't go because she had a summer study group of some sort. Yeah, and they did the same with Kyoshiro this week.
Yeah.
They wrote him out of it. He had to go to a TED talk, or go give a TED talk or whatever. But and considering we're sharing ish, my top 10 as of episode 40. So for Yami, it's Executioner, Twisted Love, Game of Death, Herd of the Dead, Monster Pollen, Spider's Temptation, The Stitchmouth Man, Werewolf, Sujigiri, and Twilight Hour. Very good choices.
There's Witching Hour, isn't it?
Yeah, the Witching Hour, yeah. All very good choices.
We'll have to copy paste these and our top 10s into another document or another page on the document.
Yeah, I think that'd be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
So.
And then if any of the top 10s change.
Yeah. What I might do is I might just put them in a Word document for now, so I don't lose them, and then I can.
Right now.
Oh no, because I'll lose the comment section because we'll remember to do this again in 40 episodes, and I'll go, oh fuck, which one was this? So plus if it ever updates, we can sort of do an updated version.
Yeah. That's what I mean. If more episodes come in and they end up in people's top 10s, then we can edit it accordingly.
Yeah. Okay. So let me grab Yami's. And then the other one we got was Pedges, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, if anyone else wants to be added in,
yeah, if anyone else,
your top 10.
If anyone else wants to be added to the compare and contrast, by all means, drop your top 10s in the comment section for this stream. I will. It's doing the thing. Okay. Yeah, copy and paste thing was just freaking out. It was highlighting the whole page. I don't know why. Anyway, cool. So I can fix those up for next week, and we can take a look. See. Well then. I may do a top 10 in the future. Oh, cool, Reiko. That'd be awesome. Twisted Love has done damage. Yeah. Yeah, Twisted Love is. Oh God. It's like. Oh God.
Only one? Is it Executioner?
That's fair. Like every Executioner is on everyone's top 10 so far.
Yeah.
And deservedly so. Like deservedly so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there in a sec. We're nearly done. One of my Twisted Love gave me a really nice drawing, one of my best so far. Oh yeah, so before we bounce, speaking of drawings, we'll bring up, so we're done with the comment section for now. Yeah, I say for now as if there's more comments there. There's not. No. We're done with the comments. So
for this week.
For this week, yes, thank you. And I think what we'll do is Reiko has some new drawings this week. So we have a Gyukimon and a yeah, we have a Gyukimon and a Calamaramon to show off. So let me just pull those up. Also, go follow Reiko's YouTube channel as well, because all the time lapses are up there, and they're wonderful to just watch in motion. And I say that as someone who's commissioned art from them, and yeah, just watching the time lapses and watching it all come together it's super cool.
I was not subscribed.
And now you are.
Now I am.
Wonderful. Cool. See, getting that exposure. God, I hate that. Oh, I'll pay you an exposure, or you'll get. Oh, like I have 5 people that watch my show. They'll want your stuff. I hate it. I hate it.
I have to update my YouTube. Thanks for making me remember.
I also have to update the Patreon. Are the rates going up? Should I be concerned? Okay. So, anyway. So, where is it? Where is that window capture? Here we are. Cool. Okay. So here's the Gyukimon one, and I love this.
Drooly mouth.
Yeah, like right, so you got the big drooly, right, you've got the big drooly mouth. Right? And then like you have like the one thing I really love here is the Ryudamon words trying to break through the Gyukimon words. You know, like the attention to detail and the texturing and all of it is like on point as always. Like even the hair on the midsection and like the talisman thing and like all of it's really like the material effects up here on the blindfoldy thing.
Yeah, and the metal on the
metal effect on like the cannon.
Arm.
Yeah. Like even like the liquid in the canister on the back.
Yeah, like everything. The drool looks so gross.
Yeah, no, I do. It's really freaking cool. Like even on the bottom
That's
mouth
the one
as well.
I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you meant like on the.
Yeah, no, that as well, but that one is really gross.
On the bottom, yeah.
Much of it.
So, but what I really love, and it's a really cool attention to detail, is the Ryudamon words trying to come through.
Yeah.
That's a really nice touch.
So good.
You know, so I think that's super cool. And then obviously we have the version then without any of the phrases and things, and just super cool. Like I love the texturing on the bandages here.
Yeah,
it
just always looks so real. Like you could just pull on that and it would actually come.
It would just actually unfurl. Yeah. I freaking love this one. This is definitely one of your best, Reiko. Maybe I should have shown a version where the words of Ryudamon can be properly read. I mean, totally up to you. I mean, I'm sure you have the files to go back and read it and save it again. But you know, to just take away the overlay of Yukimon's wording. But like, I really do love this one. This is definitely one of your best. And I think that then moving up to Calmaramon, and just she looks great.
She's so pretty.
Spread my beautiful twists. I love it. The gills. Oh, I love it. Like they look like proper incisions. And
yeah, they're freaking me out. Good job.
I love the effect on the underside of the tentacles. I love you can see the eyes on the Kraken at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because they're just peeking out. Like they're very understated. They're just peeking out from the bottom of the drawing, and they're kind of cute for that, I think. But yeah, no, this is really fun. I love the hair, the jewelry.
Just she's doing like an overdramatic twist. As well.
Like the fingernails, like just how long her fingers are. She's got like piano fingers.
Yeah, looks like a webbing.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, like the webbing in between the fingers. It's really nice as well.
Is she a fish?
Yeah. She's very good. I just noticed that as well, and I'm just like, I'm just waiting for you to pick it up as well.
Desmond just said the boobs.
The boobs, yeah. I think her bra might be a bit bigger than it was on the episode. I think she's covering up too much compared to what she did on the episode. I'm kidding, of course, but are those gills on her arms as well? Yeah. It was a plot twist at the very least.
If you look closely, they are incisions.
Yeah, they are incisions. Yeah, you did really freaking well on that. And
damn, did I get the wrong size?
And then there's the version without the words. Like I think even comparing it to the version with the words don't. I think you take in a lot more with the Gyukimon drawing, removing the wording. There's so
Yeah,
much.
there's a bunch of stuff under it.
Yeah, there's a lot of design elements that you don't see, but I do like this here. The words don't like they flow very nicely, and I like the font that was used, and this is really good. This is superb. I love those incisions for the
I
gills.
love them, but they're setting me off.
Yeah.
Like I'm like.
Yeah. Good.
Not quite, but yes.
Oh, poor Meg. Poor Meg. The gills are triggering her.
Yeah, it's like that thing with the holes, you know, when you see like a lotus pod or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never remember the name of it.
So yeah, super.
Good job, Reiko.
Good job. Super fun. So that's I think that's everything. Drawing this one was interesting, I bet.
Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. So what we've Piemon is your next one, huh? It's the first drawing I did completely on stream. Yeah, we've
been seeing notifications.
We've been seeing the notifications for you streaming pop up, but like they're at 5 a.m. when we're asleep. So sorry, time zones are a thing, and now I know how you feel when I was streaming Survive at 11 a.m. So I'm sorry. Hopefully we'll be able to catch you soon. Piemon will be a really interesting one. Have you done Piemon before?
It changes hair to look like a Yu-Gi-Oh character.
Yeah. Suffer my pain.
Yeah, it'd be funny if we could get a version of him with like Yugi's hair.
Piemon with Yugi's hair.
That's very easily done.
Oh, it is.
Chop off the top.
Oh god, yeah. Hold on. There has to be a PNG of Yugi's hair before we finish up. We can just import over this. Hold on. There's no way that doesn't exist. Let's see. Yugi hair PNG. Right? Oh yeah, there it is.
There it is.
It is that simple.
Oh, is it transparent though?
Oh, is it fake transparent? Oh, that one should be real. Oh, it's fake transparent, you bitch.
What about the first one? Is it also fake?
Oh yeah, if the thumbnail already has the crisscross thing on it, it's a fake transparent.
Yeah.
Oh, you little bitch, Google.
Fair, no fair.
I know, right? Like, I don't want to have to run it through GIMP while I'm on stream to take the background out. Like that.
We'll do it later. We'll put it in the Discord.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll do it. I'll definitely do it later, and I'll put it in the Discord, guys, because it's just too much of a fun idea to let go. But yeah. Yeah, it is. I was just seeing if maybe changing the keywords helped at all. It doesn't.
No.
Boo earns. Just boo earns. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah, look,
It's a good idea.
It is a good idea, and I'll make sure it's seen to.
I've been commissioned to draw it once, so it was one without shading, only base colors.
Oh, okay. So this one will get your full royal treatment.
Mm.
Look forward to it. All right. Now, yeah. So it is 12:30 in the morning. And here I thought at 11 o'clock we might actually finish before 12, but...
Yeah, the comments were long and then there were tangents.
Yeah, and then there were bots.
And then there were lots of bots.
Lots of bots. All right, well...
I'm calling them Botsumon from now on.
Botsumon. Well, yeah, that's... Yeah, it is an allegory that can be made there, I guess. Alrighty, everyone. That is it. We are done for tonight. So huge thank you to everyone who joined in. I can't thank you enough. Sunday nights are always a pleasure with you guys around. Thank you for just making this what it is.
Yeah.
I love the conversation and I love the banter and the teasing and everything.
It wouldn't be the same without the chat involved.
No, it really wouldn't. If you haven't already, get yourselves over to Discord. We can chat about the show. We can chat about the card game, virtual pets. There's a big mishmash of everything going on over there. So if you're not part of the Discord already, you're missing out, fool. And
the link is in the description.
The link is in the description below. And for notifications on when we go live and different things, hit us up on Twitter at the link above. Well, it's not a link, but it's an address.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's the self-plugging done. Like, comment, and subscribe. Are we real YouTubers again? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell. Click the link below for your free Raid Shadow Legends starter pack. I will crawl in a hole and die before I ever do that. Mountainscape now, I'll shill for that.
Yeah.
But
I do that and I don't even have balls.
No. They do good razors. What do you want? But yeah, no guys, have yourselves a fantastic week ahead. We will see you next week for what was next week's episode called again? Human Hunter.
That's the one.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying. So good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. Do take care. This has been AJ. I've been
Meg.
And that's been Piemon. He may not be back next week.
I hope he's not back.
I hope. Just don't say it to his face.
I think I'm smiling so much.
Everyone smile. It's like Tom Jones with Smithers.
Yeah. With the gun.
With the gun. Big
we
smiles.
Have to edit that somehow.
Big smiles. Everybody's happy. Yes.
Oh,
good morning, you lovable Digidestined. We'll see you again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.